Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to SKTV Live. We are late than usual, but we are here. We are grateful to be here. Share the show, please. Share the show, please. Share the show as you join us. I'm here with my boy, Johnson.
Take a problem.
Man. Mama, how you manage all this need there, Johnson?
Yes, you are correct. That's the
Johnson.
name there, Johnson.
Johnson, that people first name. Johnson, that people first name. How you manage to get Johnson?
Good. I like that. In fact,
my man, when me feeling bad, that people last you pass it around with people last name, you make a first name.
Finish because today you make people to even ask me, maybe how you managing with Steve? I went for some kind of strategic meeting. People are asking me, how are you managing with Steve? I think my people myself, I don't even know what to say. So go ahead, my brother. So indeed, my brother, you are correct. Johnson is the first name for other people, but again, it is my in fact last name. Rather, it's a last name for other people. Now, for example, our former president, Madam Ellie Johnson Sirleaf, I think her name, her father name was Johnson, and when she got married to Mr. Sirleaf, now she just blank all of the names together. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So, people keep, calling some of us the boy from our river. I'm not from our river. No, maybe that's still never our river.
My man, you from all river. You from all river. You running away from your heritage.
look, no, Steve, it's you. I'm not from our river.
My man, you from all river, ba. We know y'all. We know y'all. We know y'all. You from all river. What happened? You from all river. That means say.
What? No, I can't go from river.
My man, from a social standpoint, I finished drinking water now. And I drink water, I rest my body. From a social standpoint, a lot of things happening. I guess say David do or some man or child man and cancer. She made noise and say David do send her text message and say he wanted them to do funny thing before the wedding or whatever it is. But man, I read it in the morning, I just laughed. I said, people didn't see what. They think one man, woman, no, I thought it's all do that. He has to be worried about.
So to that, Steve, I was working and I met another lady. So, I said, oh, thank you for the business and everything. And I hug her. He said, you married me. I said, thank God I got married to a woman. She laughed. I said, but I don't get married to me. So that woman got married to. So even if I hug you, so what in there? Be making like, I commit crime. The only time that you should complain, except when maybe I go on the contrary. But I got married to a woman. So when I walk you, woman, all of you will move.
No, let me tell you something. We have seen and heard instances where people, so you say hello, you marry. Also, when you marry, that means you sick.
Yeah, my brother.
You got some communicable disease. The reason why they are saying you marry is because they want you. Any woman, you say, you marry, they want you. They're looking for men. That's all. They're simply trying to tell you I'm looking for men. But you're not giving me in the face. Don't mind men like that who passing around. So you feel intimidated. So you say hello to them. Oh, you marry. You didn't want.
So even as soon as you walk there, someone, you marry. Sometimes, Steve, thank God I even bring about this thing on my brother. But look, it is embarrassing.
My man,
and let me be frank to some of you out there. You know how to bully married men. Even
My
when
man, I
something
said,
happened,
let me tell you something. No, neighbor.
mm,
Let me tell you something. Don't. Let me just be honest with you. Let me be
I'm not
honest.
use the big one. Okay,
Yeah,
because
don't use
I'm
that
not
bullet
this
word.
thing.
Yeah, to be honest with you, don't use that bullet word. The truth of the matter is this:
Mm,
they warn you.
okay.
And let me tell you the best response. When any woman tell you say you married, tell them say married and not sickness. If they warn you, they might put in the application, you will decide. Simple.
Look, Steve, I think I'll go do law.
Man, you
Look,
are stupid, man.
let
You are
us
stupid.
recommend Steve to go do law.
No,
Steve will
I'm
be
not.
one of the good
Even if
lawyers.
I can't do it in la bro.
Easy, easy, probably. Yeah. What's what happened with us? Steve, stop that.
My man.
Look, eh,
But no, Melbourne, let me tell you something today. Let me tell you something today. You know,
they go to the street though.
we can
Hey,
joke
the yellow
about
thing that passing around. They
see.
go to good though.
Let me tell you something. So, Melbourne, let me
Mm,
be
mm,
honest with you. Let me be honest with you today. Let me just
mm.
be honest with you today. Liberia is one of the best places to be. I will not hide it from you. But the
Yes.
government, the leaders, some of them, they have made the country the way it is today. But to be honest, my man, that Liberia I can go.
Cool.
The Liberia I can go. You can later, let us say you reject your newborn baby. The country is sweet. My man, you
Steve,
know what? You walking in the street and buying your roasted corn, your roasted cassava. You don't have to what they call you. Look, let me tell you what I used to do. Let me give you a call because someone will come to the town. They want
Steve, I
like
want to put you on my back. To admit, I really want to put you on my back.
for
Yeah.
security reasons because we don't want to be involved with funny level there. We don't buy our, we don't want to buy our cassava there. So let's say for example, if I buy cassava here in Relay, and I'm buying cassava there again, roasted cassava, and I'm buying it there again for maybe 3 to 4 weeks if I'm in a town for 6 to 8 weeks. You understand? The reason for that, no, we don't want to eat roasted plenty, roasted corn, coconut, we buy one bottle of water, we chilling. You understand? The country is sweet. My man, we don't want to go to the meat what they can be selling on the road there. I'm talking about roasted meat, goat meat, or the cow meat, what they melting or they can season the be selling. But man, we don't want to sit down and eat those things, brother. We don't want. We don't. That thing like
Yeah.
my man move from the goal up, bro. They get tower on the nape bottle or water, they get put but then I get
Oh, man, Steve, that
but
thing
when they
can
get
very, that thing can very, very irritate me. I don't know how. Sorry for some of you who can do it though, but to a mate, it
brother,
is. I don't
I
even
need
know how some of you can really feel.
water or
But you can
tower.
go put towel on your neck,
I
put in
see some
bottle in your hand.
water, they get tower and they passing around giving a say life that's sweet that means supposed to life work good a day. Life work good. That means you'll pass around and get battle or what on my name be wasting my time. My
So,
own people. That means you can't lab you. That means you're supposed to can't lab you. I be speaking serious to my own people.
see, thank you, Steve. So you
People,
see,
I
Steve.
don't be speaking BB
So,
Joe.
so there were so many people men that can call. Oh, maybe, let me tell you, they don't even know what can be. Some people come to and say, I already in your midst. You know, you think,
No
look,
boy.
that's a life.
When I bound to the town.
Mm,
Let me tell you something.
mm.
My mom and my people used to say, "Oh, don't, and you can't drive, and that get driver, you can't do the one." My sec, I'll be beyond we. But my second be beyond we. Yes. That my sec, what he? That the plan was born. That my second go. Look, let me tell you something, Melbourne. Just to have the experience, that my second wake up in the morning and go draw water to the well. Even though water in the hustle, but I'll go draw water to the well. You know the children. No, the children who in the house sometimes they used to be amazed because they expect when you can you might be acting big. That mean they can sit.
Yes.
That mean the children can sit down and lecture. We can sit down eating the same thing. Hey, I can eat on my hand. People, when you people, you not to be making noise about it. Look, I can
Look,
eat on my hand. That me
look,
can walk on the road in the net. Look, 12 minutes. That me can go look for pepper soup and tin on the road. That all here now.
Steve, and I'm telling you today, I'm
Even
telling you now.
and I eat make it
Look,
in a few days. Look, you know the make
I,
it for my man. Spacing also on the tin man. That make it pepper soup that will run your stomach. I don't eat it.
but
I
that's
can
the
eat.
thing.
No. I
That's
can
our life.
I can
There
eat make
were there were
it.
our mothers. You know,
Soon
let me
morning.
tell
You know what I
you.
used to do? Soon
Mm,
morning. I used to wake up. I think oh, they might wake up you to put your water on fire. And they myself putting my water on fire. I don't hear what I think. Secondly,
Wow.
full money out of wake up. They do not begin and do not get it. I make sure I call 3, 4 of them. I buy donors from each of them to promote their businesses. I don't want to, my man did that thing. We don't want to take Farrier and soak it and pour water inside, eat it with peanut in there. So
I said, Steve,
those small Farrier that can tie in the plastic and push you inside. I can buy a bit, what they call it, be sucking on the going. What thing concern me?
but that, look, Steve, that story that I was telling you about. So they did lady that sell food around our area, right? And a food, in fact, she sell food a little bit cheap. But sometimes there are a lot of motorcyclists, tricycle rather, or sometimes someone committed to other they go there. So
but how can you come from the other terrain here, but only the other terrain you're coming from?
No, I'll call you from there. Forget it. Forget the bill. Because I don't want to show you my loophole. But I'll show you my loophole. You see the benefit? You see the problem? Look, Steve, I will not show you my loophole now.
Oh, wow.
Thank God they put yellow machine account. So I got to show you the loophole before they clear it.
But that get to the issue. So Melbourne, all the talking about when you get different terrain, not showing me the terrain there.
Yeah, I guess on a proper terrain I can go to farm and lay the bread.
I see why Lawrence said I'm not trusting you to the full years.
Oh, don't ever.
Now Lawrence was 100% right.
You see, I am the consultant for Lawrence. So Lawrence is not telling you that don't do this. And we're no wahala. But let me tell you, my brother, actually thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for.
I gave up on you.
I don't want to say this to you. Thank you so much for retrospecting. But let me say this to some of our people, some people who are trying. Let me tell you, you can call about stories. Some that people don't even know, or Steve. I can remember once upon a time you talk about border pounds, biscuit. Some of all by that time, 2003 war, or during World War III, you know, call it World War I, World War II, World War III. Look, we used to go West Point. We used to go that entire Mama Point N. To get some of the biscuits and so on, buy it from government force. At that time, bring it up and sell it. At that time we were, young children coming up, but without fear. So when I see people acting like they want to be threatening people, I just look at them and laugh. Look, you don't even understand how many people.
I beg you, let me ask you the question before you go any further. Yesterday, the caller that said he know where you live and all of that. You felt threatened by that caller, right?
Indeed.
Didn't you feel threatened by that caller in that statement?
Indeed, 100%.
Because let me say this to you who listen. In the Liberian context, my people, let me say it to you. When you're having certain conversations, somebody tells you, I know where you're living, it's a code. It's not a joking thing. They're not telling you to say, oh, because they know you. So go ahead, Melbourne. Sorry, I didn't mean. I just want to make sure I clarify that.
So yes. So indeed, you are right. But let me be frank, Steve. Saying yesterday, I've been receiving a couple of calls on the security. Let me be frank. Sometimes we're not here to boast. But even my late uncle, he was once upon a time a former captain of the armed forces of Liberia. Most of my family members, my friends, my relatives, all of them, they are in the security. But it's not what we're here for. For me, I choose to be on this side. And some of all we decide to be humble, to be respectful, and to contribute to our country. When we come here, like I was saying not too long before even joining you, we got to disagree to agree. Everybody want better Liberia. But if you are supporting another group, like for example, the senators are receiving their share of the money, but the lower ones, they are not receiving. So tell me, in that case, it's not a civil contradiction. That means there's something wrong somewhere. So we've got to discuss all of the issues. But again, my brother, for me, I'm not detailed about all this things. The only thing is I saw war, I passed through the war, and I know bullet. I have seen bullet. I hear the sound of bullet. I hear the sound of rockets. And even the mortar. So nobody can even scare me about anything that you think about. But very soon, you see my body, you're going to see it. It's going to be more than this. because I've been receiving a couple of calls. Pro maybe come for free training, come this, come that. We're gonna give the only thing that people not give to me now. Only gun, and I want gun, and I want handcuff. But when it comes to maybe pepper spray or all of this stuff, I'm gonna get it with me when I'm working. Thank you so much.
If they get you gun, take it.
You better not let me. You see your problem?
What's the problem? Protection or protection? If they get you gun, take it. Oh yes, especially if it's legal. I'm saying go take illegal arm. If you get any legal gun, hold it. Let me tell you something. Don't take no chances. Don't take no chances. Don't take snake for pet. Me, I don't take no threat for another human being as a joke. No, I don't. No, I don't. From the day you open your mouth in public and you statement like, I know where you living, I know your family, I know you want, I know that one, my brother or my sister, you already on my own radar. It is what it is. We're not even going to play that game. We're not even going to mess around. We're not going to fool around. We're going to keep it 100%. So it is what it is. So yeah, so I saw that thing, I read it, but I bring more on the show because people get into politics today from a social standpoint. More, I see our opponent making on Facebook again. First of all, welcome to the show. I see England today was struggling to win Switzerland. They struggle finally. I think they won penalty or whatever it is. It's a disgrace. It's shameful. It's annoying to have a big team like England. I got big teams, club teams in the world. They can't even bring out a fitting team. I don't know what are England problem are the coach. Because they have some very good talented players, but they are no Westgate guy who the guy coaching there or where it name is or whatever. Softgate or Westgate or whatever it name is. So that's Softgate. Element last name. Softgate. What am I going? He from the song all kind of funny. But anyway, maybe I want to say about the game today. And also socially, David, though our boy got married, his son, the child man bouncing on Facebook and social media. Talking funny thing. I had a man call before the wedding, trying to put all the chicken all they want. That no more things you can't discuss in public. What you say?
Married who again?
David told some child man making noise.
Yeah, no man.
David don't call.
That's a soul loser. That's the behavior of a soul loser.
I don't understand. So you know the man are going to get married and he call you and he say you are putting all the chicken. Why even work on that kind of conversation? You are a hypocrite. You understand? You are a hypocrite when you do that. I see my boy Mabel laughing in the I probably Mabel laughing in it. By the way, so much she's making noise on Facebook how she can get a child to the man, and the man went and he other child passed away and she can't get a child to the man. The first thing I ran to my one I read it, I said that guy is not in the right settlement. Who told you giving child to another partner or the legal parent? Your personal decision. Who told you say your children are your personal property where you can just decide today? The court will decide. The court will decide. But David was never found guilty for anything. When his child passed away, I'm not here to make case or whatever it is. I'm only here to tell you reality. So the man going to get married, the time you were texting back and forth about your meeting or you're doing funny thing. You know that you were going to get married. So that's serious, man. But go ahead, Mog. Mog, you stay there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so what say you, my man? What say you about what's going on with the English team, my man? I'm very, I don't know.
For me, the English people, the one thing I know the English people do, they do have media. I don't know about sources when it comes to soccer. The English team have never won a single trophy since 1966 in World Cup history when they beat how they call it, Portugal during the days of Eusebio and the Bobby Charlton and all the older guys in the 60s. All the British people guys, they got media, and media come with money. That's one of the reasons you see more people make more money in the Premier League as opposed to other league, because English is the number one spoken language around the world. So you got a huge TV and radio following, and when you got media, it means you got more money, so they can pay more players. But in terms of talent, in terms of success, the British people, they are nothing. They cannot even win youth tournament or Olympics. So I don't pay attention to them. You can see how they struggle in this tournament. Matter of fact, they just won penalty against Switzerland. I think they were lucky enough to cross even the game they played before. I think it was against who when Jude Bellingham came and won that game. Yeah, I mean, they didn't win because of their performance. It's just that sometimes your chances come in a bigger match, you must take advantage of your chances. But the British people, they are nothing in football. They just got big mouth and they got access to media. That's all I know about. Other than that, I mean, come on, think about even the World Footballer of the Year. It been given since 1992. It been how many years now? 33, 34 years. It was only once in history Cristiano Ronaldo won the world best from the English
English
Premier
Premier
League.
League.
Yeah. And when you talk about the world best title, and even if you talk about European success, when it comes to winning to European competition, the Spanish and the Italian have won it far more greater than the British people. So I don't know why they be talking about that they got the best league in the world. Like, you don't have the best league in the world. Matter of fact, you buy more players from Spain than any other league in the world. You even go as far as buying their goalkeepers. You don't win and you don't win tournaments. You don't win a European tournament. You don't win a continental tournament. So how the heck in the world you can say you have the best league in the world? The only thing I know you have to your advantage is the media. You got more money because of the media coverage. So that one nobody can compete with you on that. But other than that, in football, you are nobody in football. That's just the reality. In terms of success, you are nobody. Since
That's
you
it.
been when a lot of British team won a trophy, even at the youth level, never.
It's very hard. The English national team, I agree with you.
Let me get you the breaking news. Matter of fact, the single World Cup that they won in 1966, you know what Kim Pele said in an interview? He said the only reason England won that World Cup because he was injured. The reason being, back in the day, they never had a system in place where they can protect the top athlete. And you know that in modern soccer, when you are world best, the moment they start tackling you, how the referee can warn the opposing team. They came out with a law in the early 90s that they should protect the most elite players. Even during Georgia, they used to say like, bro, when Lou start playing, if another African player just go to tackle Georgia, the way the referee will approach you, you will know straight that's a warning. Because when they are considered the best of the best, you just don't tackle them any way you want to. Because it was the reason Diego Maradona started taking drugs. Because during Diego day, there was no way to protect the best player. So the strategy was kick your opponent until you can get him out of the game. And that's what Portugal did to Kimpele to get him out doing the semi-final against Portugal. That's how England was able to beat Portugal in 1966 to win that one World Cup in their entire history. So Kimpele said, if I was going to be match fit, there was no way England ain't going to win that World Cup because the reason being I was out of that World Cup for the final, so they were able to beat Portugal in the final. That's exactly
so they had a free ride, right?
Yeah, they had free ride.
Yeah, but Monk, let's go international. Go local. What caught your attention from an international standpoint today? What say you? Anything caught your attention from the international world today? What say you, Monk? Is Monk still there?
I'm here.
What say you? Anything caught your attention?
Oh, from the international scene, nothing. I mean, I didn't follow domestic politics here as well because it's just all chaotic, all confusion.
Yes, it is. It is. It's very.
I saw the Black Caucus, and that's country. That one thing. That's why I don't believe in identity politics, because the country politics and most labor issues is philosophical. I saw people from the Congressional Black Caucus sending a warning shot that if any white man is going to replace Kamala Harris, because they are contemplating getting Joe Biden off the ballot, and they saying that if they skip Kamala Harris, who happens to be the vice president, whether it's Gavin Newsom, whether it's Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, it will be like the repeat of 1966 convention in Chicago, where the Democrats fought among themselves until the Republicans walked into the White House. They said they would blow the party off because by right, if they would even remove Biden off the ballot, Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris should be next in line.
Yeah, so that way it is the only thing I listened to yesterday.
Yeah, but I mean, Mom, from what you're saying, I mean, like the Black Caucus or whatever not, they're making a valid point. But I've also been following Gary Newsom from California, the current governor. I think he's awaiting his term or his time. He's not going to interfere with this particular election, from what I'm getting from him. But he also faces, what's interesting? He also faces a humongous fight, because you got this guy too. You got Cory Booker. You got what his name? The second in command in the House there. I just forgetting his name. Jeffrey Hosking, or whatever his last name is. Jeffrey, whose points also, they're looking at him as the next person to take on the party and so forth after Joe Biden. Not necessarily Kamala Harris. Not necessarily. So I mean, it's it's a huge, it's a huge, it's a huge fight. I don't know, but we'll see what happens in there. But I agree with you 100% that they just need to stay put and go to the election, whatever the result is, let the result be. All this changing last minute time and so forth can create chaos, and like you said, it's just chaotic. I haven't even watched the news, whether BBC or CNN or Fox News or MNBC or Al Jazeera. I haven't even followed it for the past few days. I've been tuned death. I've just been
No,
chilling.
the case they are making for the people that want to remove Joe Biden, the case they are making is the response they are getting from the voters throughout the country is getting worse to the extent that they believe that they're not only going to lose the White House, they're going to have an impact on their Senate candidate in places that they're supposed to be competitive, like in some state. They believe that Joe Biden is a dragon ticket. That's why they want the people to believe, because the party is split. Some people want Joe Biden out like tomorrow, and some people want him to stay. So at the end of the day, it will be the same situation like between how they call the guy Barry Goldwater and Hubert Humphrey in 1966, where they wanted to replace Lyndon B. Johnson because of the Vietnam War, and the party split into two. That's the same thing. So the Black Caucus are saying, you know what? Matter of fact, Kamala Harris is the vice president. She's supposed to be next in line. Even if we remove Joe Biden, she should be the one we should be talking about, not some out of the French candidate like a Gavin Newsom for California. Are you serious? It's a disrespect, and it's more of a racial undertone that Kamala, if she can be your vice president, why make you think she's not good enough to be president to replace Joe Biden? Why would you bring a Gavin Newsom that never participated in the primaries or the caucuses to come be the head of the Democratic Party? That's still working on for politics right there, and that's why it is. Yeah, but we don't know less about that.
Thank you so much, folks. We'll be quickly transitioning here, but just before we transition, a lot of things happening. A lot of news from around the country. The most recent one, we're seeing some Unity Party partisans celebrating fuel machines that came, yellow machines. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that here in the conversation. We're also seeing, in other news, we're seeing Honorable Yega Koluba, who said last week on SKTV defiantly that he will go back to Grand Kimau, and he will also go to Bumi as well, where the superintendent of Grand Cayman threatened him while Mark Jabate was there. But you know what's interesting, Monk, before we get to, we'll delve into it a little bit. There's a long-hand strategy about the yellow machine thing that's very interesting. And that caught my attention. It caught my attention. But let's hear from Mabel. I will tell you what that is and how strategic these guys are positioning themselves in a criminal way to do the same thing that they did with the Ayololo bosses. But let's hear from Melbourne. Melbourne, give us update quick on the country, what's going on in the town, what's happening, and all of that. I see.
So again, let me say thanks to you and the other President Mark, even though you were discussing some of the international news. And I've been following all of the news, and I'm very happy. But again, President Mark said something, because for example, you cannot use someone as maybe co-host. Let me just use it in a simplest form. Then maybe after, when maybe the main host leave from the scene, they start looking for someone else to come and occupy that place. Then I think something wrong somewhere. But again, President Monk does speak that maybe the Democrat, maybe they don't have any candidate maybe to put against Donald Trump, maybe as we move forward. But again, when it comes to sports, yes, indeed, England, at least they did well, because last night we witnessed another, should I say, terrible football, where we saw Portugal, after the goalkeeper proving to us that, in fact, he was the best, and, behaving the way he behaved last night. That was just so frustrating.
I made a point about that as well.
See what's the President Monk?
Beto from Portugal, the Portuguese goalkeeper that caught 3 penalties in a row, and yesterday he couldn't save 1 out of 5.
Seriously?
That's right.
Yeah, in my life,
that was so frustrating.
I have seen a goalkeeper save 3 penalties out of 5, but he did it in a row, Steve. 1, 2, 3 in a row, and in the most crucial game, out of 5 shots, he couldn't save a single one. I really don't know what happened yesterday.
So again, thank you so much. And indeed, today is Saturday, like You shop from Friday up to Sunday. You know, there are a lot of things that happen, especially social interactions. Our government officials, sometimes they go on break. They go about maybe visiting some of their constituency, or maybe sometimes they go on maybe dedicating some of the projects or some of their projects and so on. And again, on today we witnessed around 19 pieces of the most talked about 285 yellow machines that we're talking about, or in fact have been talked about by the Liberian government, that indeed 285 yellow machines going to be in country. But out of the 285, we are seeing about 90 pieces, including trucks, all of the equipments, everything, trucks, other machines, and so forth. So there are some mixed reactions, there are some celebrations. Some Liberians are celebrating, others are saying no, we got to sit back and wait a little bit as to what's going to happen next. Because mind you, these things, sometimes when you come, you got to wait as to how this thing going to operate, while other Liberians are also celebrating. So far so good. These are some of the major happening. Yes, indeed, with the yellow machines situation back home, Steve and other Brazilian Mark. As we speak, there are mixed reaction to that.
As we speak, there are mixed reaction to that. Thank you so much, Milbo. Let's get quickly into the conversation because we are far off into this conversation. Monk, one of the things that caught my attention today about the yellow machine stuff. One of the things that caught my attention, we have Lofa joining us here very soon into the conversation. One of the things that caught my attention today was the absence of President Joseph Yuma Boakai. Amidst the yellow machine being paraded or carried out in the streets of Monroeville. One of the things that caught my attention is this. Monk, I know the United Party people, including the president, they are all liars. When I say sometimes, oh, why you got to put the president there? You disrespect the president, but he's a liar. The president is a liar. And I'm not afraid to say he's a liar. But that's aside the point. The United Party, the entire United Party, and the president, they're all liars. Do you think they're setting the stage for another excuse again that the president was not aware of the yellow machine and that's why he's not there? Because from what I'm not sure, it's unconfirmed that the president is out of the country in Ghana, in Nigeria, Abuja, or something like that. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Well, I don't know if that's their MO, if that's what they got set. The one thing I know, Unity Party got sophisticated criminals than CDC when it comes to PR, when it comes to propaganda. They understand that game well. And that's why the machine been sitting over there for maybe a couple of weeks. And they were looking for mostly the spin to put on it because the machine story is a never ending story. They keep removing the goalposts. Once they were never in an agreement for this machine. Second of all, there was nothing in terms of a gift from anyone. Third, there was not something of a sign-up bonus from the Guman Corporation and the Chinese, the Sane group. So this machine story is being constantly evolving. One day it's another story. So you will want to ask yourself, why will this rigmarole keep going on for a couple of weeks before finally the government could take the initiative to say, okay, yeah, we were the one that ordered those machines and we are going to receive those machines. So I don't know whether it's limited to Joseph Boaga, but I know they've been thinking about the spin to put on it because the average person, some people say, matter of fact, this machine story was not even real. Some of them say that, oh, you know what, the machine was already en route. Some people say, no, they're not en route. The information minister of all people and other people within the administration where they want bringing us the conflicting and mixed information. So now that the machines are there, I will not say because Joseph Boaga is out of the country, but I know that they've been finding a way to put a spin on the story, something that the vast majority of the Liberian people will accept rather than rejecting. And I told you that they were done, it was a calculated approach. The people bringing those machines, there is a similarity between the IOLO bosses and the machine. Whether they acquire it illegally, whether it's someone that's going to benefit tens of millions of dollars, they know that once that machine hit the ground, the people that will be in favor, in spite of what the country is going to inherit at the end of the day, there will be more people that will celebrate this machine as opposed to people that will say, you know what, we need to dig further, we need to know. I mean, even though we embrace the machine, we want to know what we are giving in exchange for this machine. There will not be few or that will ask that question, but unfortunately, you cannot expect that from the vast majority of the public. They will be all on social media. It's a celebration. I mean, after 40 years, we celebrated a roundabout. So think about Yellow Machine. Sekou, welcome to the show. Let me start there for now.
Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
What say you? First of all, the let me use the word illegal arrival of the machines on the country's soil. But Lawrence, how are you? How's everything? Great. So, the illegal arrival of the machine. We'll get to the legislative part of it. We saw also yesterday we talked about PPCC, how the government tried to push PPCC, but the illegal of the arrival of the machine on the ground. And I, my thing is, I'm even seeing people who I don't know who you expect to know better, groom men and women, to even ask the necessary questions, to be for once independent in their thought processes and minds. Some of them are celebrating the machine. What say you, Mr. Kane? Before we go any further.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to you, Steve, Monk, Lawrence, and Mayborn, and to all our SKTV team members for keep doing what you're doing. And also want to say hi to all our people back home, whether you are watching us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or X, as they may call it now. I want to say thank you to all of you. You know, this whole idea of yellow machine, I wouldn't call it illegal, but it's questionable because the thing is, nobody in Liberia, cares about what is legal, what is illegal. As long as it's good for them, they're fine with it. There's nothing illegal more than abusing your own people that you were elected to protect. But people you're abusing, they are happy. They are happy, they celebrate the abusers. And you can only be popular, respected, and be followed in Liberia when you are bad, when you are wicked, when you are lawbreaker. So this whole idea of yellow machine is beyond what's been said about it in public. You're a bad guy and people are already taking money for this whole machine thing. The whole idea of yellow machine, if it was done constructively, if it was done transparently, if it was done, if the actual processes were followed, it's no big deal. People should be happy. Who doesn't want to see development in your country? Everybody wants to see development in your country. But when you are involved in consistent shady issues from one to another, and all of your things are done behind the scene in the darkness, then people will have problem with you. Now they're trying to make it look like they are making some people angry now because people talk about the yellow machines. And nobody said the yellow machine thing was bad. People say the process should be transparent. People have the right to know how you acquire the machines. People want to know where you get it, how you get it. And one thing there are people they don't understand, especially those in leadership. The reason why you are called president is the Constitution. The reason why you are called senator is the Constitution. Is the law. You're not better than anybody. You know nothing than anybody. Some people, there are a lot of people that know better than you. But you are given that privilege because of the rule of law. So by you breaking that law, or by you not respecting that law, that means you don't even deserve to be called president. You don't deserve to be called minister or senator or representative. It is a law that distinguishes you and other people. So if that law does not exist in your world, that means nobody should take you to be anything. Put that, think about that from the logical standpoint. The only reason why you are respected is the rule of law. It's the agreement that these are our laws and these are the way we want to, govern our country. Anything to the contrary, we say illegal. The reason why we're not even call it illegal, even the people themselves, they're not proceeding legally in their own world. The difference between all of us is because of the position you are governed, and that will give you that position is the law.
Okay.
So, in short, I do not expect anything tangible, anything transparent from this government, from the way they started, until they can recalibrate. I believe the Zimbabwe government, they will be unpopular way sooner than Joe Weir did.
Thank you, Mr. Kenneth.
Let me make our announcements. Steve, just before you come in, yesterday we fell short of our weekly target. So to our audience and listeners from the US, around the world, Liberia, just noticed that SKTV fell short yesterday. I don't know the update, the final update from Sekus. And the tradition here is when we don't meet our target on Fridays, Saturday we end it for the week. So we will have the opportunity today to make up for our lackluster performance yesterday. And so we are short. I don't know, Sekus, how much in total from yesterday because we're so busy.
Actually, it was about 7 people that don't.
7. So we are left with 23 to close the week.
Today, before I wake up,
okay,
a lady, I don't know whether she won't allow me to call her name, but she sent $20 twice. I don't know how to our Zelle.
Double check.
I'll check with her if she. Yeah. Steve saying the money come now. She didn't send him Baba.
No.
Maybe that mistake. Maybe she wanted to send $20.
They got a bag. Why you put like this?
Any money that can, if I return it, I'll put it back.
Yeah. So as 8, right? We'll say 22, right? We left with my people that say that for the Saturday, nothing possible.
All the thing where you can be talking.
So quickly, yes. So quickly, Steve, let me just confirm your information that indeed the president is out of the country. His Excellency, Jota Yimam Bwaka, has arrived in Abuja, Nigeria.
That over what?
Forget that.
No, but I think about the point I wanted to make.
The mega about 10 honorary doctor. If you can call Joe Weir data.
I've never called Joe Weir data before. I will never.
Why don't you call Joe Bagai data? Before they finish, because all the data needs the time finish go. So that's okay. So I got plenty data degree.
So the point I wanted to make about Monk. Monk makes all the good points on the show, but Monk does not know math. Let me just say to the public, to the movement. The man said we have 7.
I did agree. Because we'll be checking Donald Trump vote. I was saying, man, no math.
Go ahead, bro.
Seku says someone wake up in the morning, nobody force the person, nobody pressure the person, and we got a policy on it, so no refund. Somebody said $20 twice.
But
it's supposed to be 7 plus.
You put that policy. Most it doesn't agree with me. I agree.
We discuss that back out of the committee room. A king out, it was signed and sealed, and we discuss it. We're not waiting for your unpopular, So that 7 plus 2, that 9. So I don't know what Mon saying 8. Mon don't miss.
So I said default 8 because I know some
We need a default. Let's take out a default from there. The money is the $20 is not refundable. We already have that policy in place. So that person who want to take off for them, God bless them. Tomorrow Sunday will pray for them. Nobody will pray for them in Labura. Lawrence will pray for them in Labura. I will pray for them. You pray for them. So we're good. So 9 folks, as we speak today, we are at 9. Just to sharpen the contradiction here that Mon try to provide.
Tell me which contradiction. More contradiction.
One will confuse the masses.
More, you may not correct.
One will confuse the masses. But let's get to the politics of the day.
Yeah. So
raise a point here that Melbourne just confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Let me raise that point. Let me ask Mr. Kane and Monk. Joseph Boaga left the country for Nigeria. Joseph Boaga is currently in Abuja. We are aware, we told you that every move the president makes, before they even make it, we'll be aware of it. We're aware of the itinerary. We know exactly what's going on. They brought a machine. Have they set the stage to say Joseph Boaga didn't know about the machines? I asking the question on SKTV, will ask question, will know the answer, because in the next few days, you remember the buses? The Iron Lolo buses? Magania Baraga says buses. You remember the Iron Lolo buses? When the buses came, Joseph Boaga was upstairs when they brought it to the mansion. The men told him, don't calm down, papi. Because when they think backfire, they will say you are part of it. That's why Joseph Boaga was not in no meeting that day when Mandela Kubo said they're not true. So, are they setting the stage to say Joseph Boaga doesn't know about the machine business? Where Joseph Boaga is already on the record, even in a meeting, telling the world and the public that his friends gave the machine. Can we say on the show today that Joseph Boaga is fully aware of these machines because the repercussion coming? You're celebrating the machine and you're celebrating the bosses. We're coming back to the actual thing behind the machine. So, what say you guys?
Mon can go first.
All right. For me, I cannot make that case. I don't know. Even if they have intention of making that case, I don't know if it will hold water because the machine's been sitting in the port for, I would say, a couple of weeks. Right? So, and the president was in the country. So you cannot make the case that just because he left the country today and other members or officials from the government went to receive those machines, then we can assume that Joseph Boaga is not aware of the machine being in the country. Maybe some people will buy into that logic, but I don't know if too many people will fall for that because the machine been there. The only difference is because this machine have brought so many questions and answers, the government been calculating how we will spin this thing because the machine already been there. You can remember how long people came up with pictures, the pictures been coming from the port that the machine has arrived. So it means the machine been there and Joseph Boaga just left the country. So we cannot say, oh, the president left the country, so we can assume that he's not aware of the machine. It's not like the machine came today and President Boaga left today. No, the machine been there for weeks and President Boaga just left today. So that's how I would interpret it. I don't know for other people, but I would not fall for the idea that he's not aware because he went to Nigeria or Ghana. No. It can't hold water.
Thank you, Mo. Mr. Kane, what say you?
Okay.
From
the start, this whole idea of yellow machine, they brought it in with the intention to somehow help with Joseph Boakai's plan to fix roads in Liberia. And it was a good thing. And when the announcement was made by Mama Capability, they knew that the machine were on their way. And they thought the reception was going to be huge. There are people who actually, people ain't going to talk about how, found out when, how, and where you acquired the machine. And they didn't pay attention to the cost of the machine. They didn't actually know how the public was going to react to it. So when that happened, they tried to drag their feet, like Mon Redley said earlier, how to spin it. They didn't know how to sell it. Because if the machine news was received with harsh, reaction, the way people reacted to it, because people wanted to know how, when, and where, and who are the contractors.
Right.
So people didn't know what's going on. So they themselves they didn't know now how to sell the machine thing to the people. For them, their bad thing, their good intention now became bad, because they don't expect you to know anything. They don't expect you to dig deeper. They don't expect you to even ask questions. They expect you to be a bunch of Sanama Swan. When thing comes in the country, we should just all sing kumbaya, and nobody should ask questions as to how you acquire it. So that's the reason why they drag their feet on the machine thing. The machine thing, Joseph Barker is aware. Joseph Barker's son was part of the conversation. Mama Kabele was part of the conversation. The people had the first meeting in Ghana. They had another meeting in South Africa. And all the rescue senators, not only they are aware, they also receive some of the money. And the deal is about the whole Wologisi Mountain thing. If they will change course, that will be because of public reaction. And I don't know how they're going to get the post team back to them if they fail to, meet with the agreement.
Let's hold up part there, I beg you. Let's hold up part, Mr. Kane. We need to go back to what you just said, because we won't be on record on reporting this particular aspect that you just spoke about. Because we asked the government to tell the Liberian people the full truth about this machine business. What's behind it? They refused to talk. We told them, we gave them from last week, Sunday, to at least last Friday, which is yesterday. That was a whole week. They went around there. They tried to go to PPCC. They tried to influence other lawmakers and other things. It has not worked. Today, they finally decided defiantly they will get the machines out of the port. Can you please say what you said earlier? What is the origin and what's really behind this machine, and who all went to those meetings, and where the places the meeting take place? Because we're saying it here now, so that when these facts come out, they will not come in against it for the crew to come out. Go ahead. Who get the noise behind that? Oh, okay. I think it went off. Go ahead, Mr. Kane.
Yeah.
Lofa, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Before I proceed, Lofa, welcome, my brother.
Thank you, guys. Great to be on.
Thank you. So, SKTV is reporting. We are kind of reiterating what we said before. This whole yellow machine thing, the conversation started, the first meeting started in Ghana. And if they challenge it down the line, we will provide more information as to where and who all were there. I can announce to you that the president's son was there. Bamaka Belete was there. And 2 rescue senators were there.
Two rescue senators.
2 rescue people were there in Ghana, senators.
Okay.
And the second meeting happened in South Africa. And money was discussed. The people, their mining company, what's available for the quid pro quo was the Wologisi Mountain. And this information, when we got the information, we also try to collaborate with other prominent journalists and news platforms in Liberia. It was confirmed, the Wologisi aspect of it. It was confirmed by them. The information, we got some people had the information too, and I was shared from some people within the rescue house. So yes, the yellow machine thing is about selling the resources to the people based on what they got 2 benefits. Number 1 benefit that they think people will not really care to check is about the road networking. They want to share it in all the country there to be working to the other back and say no cat will hit in the mud and stuff like that. That would be the part that a lot of people focus on. The second benefit for them is the money that they are getting, that they have gotten some of the money already. Imagine, Steve, think about this. You are going to get huge equipment worth of millions of dollars, $30 to $40 million. Instead of you spending money but you receiving money, you think about that. Who's stupid to just give you money just like that? You didn't get anything in return. So in short, the fall out of this thing will be happy if Joseph Boakai then fail to give people what they agree, which is the Wologishi Mountain deal, or something different, but something in return. If they fail to do that, these people, they are not just any kind of company. They are involved in a lot of criminal activity in the past. They were in Equatorial Guinea and they end up in fight. The people kick them out. But Liberia, just like the bosses, the same way they celebrated the bosses, insulted everybody who questioned the procurement of how the bosses were acquired, the way they were insulted. And then the bosses went back. They have no moral, they have no integrity or dignity to come back and say, you guys were right, we are sorry. The machine business will end the same way. Unless the people, since they have access to a lot of things, they find another way to get people money back to them and keep the machine. But trust me, Wologishi Mountain is in the deal and is signed by Joseph Boakai and people there. Joseph
Okay.
Boakai, 100%.
Thank you. We'll come back to you. Milburn, quickly, before we go to Lofa, let's hear your take really quick, or meaning quickly, because this conversation is getting very interesting. And on today, like Sekou said, will challenge the government openly. If they say we're lying on SKTV, then we can extend to who the senator then were in a meeting, the rescue senators and all the other things. Yeah, we can call their names. And we challenge those senators then to say the lie. So go ahead, Mo.
So again, let me say thank you. Thank to Sekou for that wonderful exposé. But again, Steve, this is so sad. I'm still maybe asking myself in my ballet as to what kind of politicians that want to score a political goal and see one of the most talked about. Let me be frank. Two major things that when the government do, that Liberia going to remember them for the rest, or maybe for a certain time, is the war crime court and the yellow machine issue. Let me be frank. Whether we like it or not, that's just a fact. So what kind of leader that will want to, distance themselves from things that were made for people to remember you? So I'm still trying to grab something. What really going on? Because it is frustrating. It is sad that the president will be out of the country on the day that these equipment are being paraded in the streets of Liberia, especially Monrovia, and you are out of the country. I don't see anything for me. I'm still confused. I'm still thinking about what really going on, because as a politician, even if you will leave from the scene, but the Unity Party will still benefit anything. So to walk away is speak volume. I'm still trying to grab something. Thank you.
Thank you. Quickly, Lawrence, how do you react to everything that's going on? The yellow machine, the origin, what SKTV is reporting. And again, we're not taking the report back because the report is true. We stand by what we say here today.
Steve, actually, I wanted for the president to be in the country at least, or he convert to be from the yellow machine. while they parade in the street of Monrovia. You know, I was coming from the court the afternoon. Normally, every Saturday, I go there to listen to some of the cases. So I was coming, I saw some of the guys, man, they were jubilating. And, man, I think, yeah, the yellow machine, yeah. So, you know, I started laughing because I know the man. The men are actually looking for me. So to see the president of the country and the yellow machine in the city, the men celebrating, you know, it kind of frustrating. Actually, to be frank, Steve, one of the things actually people really expected the president to have done the issue about the war crime code. You know, Mayborn talk about it. People actually expected to have come earlier because even some of the guys who fought war, they live in the community with us. Most of the time they will call me and say, my man, that war crime code issue, we didn't put it somewhere. Okay? Y'all not here again. Y'all not talking about you on your radio. So for the president to be all the country that the yellow machine around, that all. I'm not today again the middle call Marco. The man says, Steve, the man said, Mumbai, my Mumbai, the man say, will leave me the car to burn it.
Well, what say you? I know you've been listening. You joined the conversation. Thanks for joining us. What say you?
You know that Lofa line's freezing, though. It's not.
Yeah, you're not making. Lofa. Yeah, you're not making.
Lofa living in Miami, Liberia.
Lofa. Yeah, that's the result of getting
Miami there because they play where the internet can get.
Lofa, the result of getting cheap in on there.
Nobody can see the love in their faces, but they can't talk.
Yeah, but Lofa will be back. But Mr. Kana, here is something.
You saw how Lauren was struggling today to make it. But the internet keep you know, the Miami internet, you know, continue to kick them out.
Here's something interesting.
Way back.
While we are discussing this, here's something interesting. Honorable. Okay, Lofa is back. Let's hear from him quickly. Lofa, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, boss man.
Yeah,
so, for a minute, we thought you were in Miami, you know,
Nah, I got this Fluffy Boys network, bro. I don't know why I told about it.
Hold on. Who Boys Network?
That's Steve recommended this network for the Fluffy Boys network. I don't know. It was cheap though. It was cheap, so I tried to pay for it. But now it's acting like the real Fluffy Boys going off and on. I don't know, man.
So Steve introduced you to that network?
Well, Steve recommended the network because, you know, I was short on cash. My budget is McDonald's budget right now. And Steve said, yo, why don't you get with the Fluffy Boys?
Well, wait, are you in Labrador?
Well, no, I'm not in. Matter of fact, I'm in DC. I mean, DC, the state capital.
You act like you're in Miami, Labrador?
Well, I mean, he told me to get the Fluffy Boys network. Like I said, I'm on a McDonald's budget. Which part you're not getting? Like, I'm on a McDonald's budget, and my brother recommended something that will cut down cash. He said there's a network called the Fluffy Boys Network. So I bought into it.
Wow.
And now I don't know how it's going. But we're talking about that. I heard Steve got 20%. 20% on our whole contract. So
my man, don't put me in a situation I can handle. I beg you to get to our politics because you full of it. Lofa, quickly, my man. Yeah. What say you about what's going on? The whole yellow machine. The yellow machine show face in the country. It's been there for a while. Just for the record, the yellow machine has been sitting at the port. First of all, the United Party people denied it. They distanced themselves from it. But today, they took upon themselves to bring it out. What say you?
You know, quickly, you know, before I want to grab my charger here because it seemed like my battery's going there. But let me just say this real quick, right? Again, great show thus far. Thanks for, you know, allowing me to be a part of the conversation today. Happy Saturday to all of the listening audience out there. Steve, let's be honest here. You know, to the extent at which we can consider our society to be so gullible, it is unbelievable that people will sit today to celebrate the presence of yellow machine in the country, okay, at their own detriment, regardless of whether the procurement process may have been followed. They don't care. They're celebrating. It's almost like, Moses, you often speak and hit on men of God. The men of God go and molest a child. I'm sorry to all of my mothers, my sisters out there, daughters, for the analogy being used. But let's be honest here. Then you tell the people, say, just leave it. He's a man of God. Let's talk it in house. You disregard the law. There's a reason why you have the Constitution. There's a reason why procurement process or processes are put in place. You purposely disregard that because you understand the society in which you find yourself is gullible to the extent where even the self-proclaimed educated people will support such bad practice because they feel like the general population will celebrate the presence of equipments that they don't even understand how it was procured and to what extent would their kids or they themselves have to pay for it. I see folks from the user party, as I referenced them, you call them the unity party, but they're the user parties, celebrating something that is at the detriment of the nation, the entire society. And people think it's a joke. Moses, what we are playing with today, and that's the reason why I told a couple media outlets in Liberia today. The minute I heard this, I said I will avail myself, regardless of where I'm at, to any platform that provide the opportunity for me to appear and talk about this. We may be joking about this today. You know what? President Boykai is already there. There's no future for President Boykai. President Boykai is simply trying to invest in his grandkids or great-grandkids' future because the money that will be acquired from all of these clandestine activities will go to his grandkids and his kids who are celebrating and becoming celebrities today. But you and other kids will remain victims. Your kids remain in abject poverty. And this is where we find ourselves. I see people celebrating as though this is at your advantage. Guess what? This is the same man who was given the opportunity to lead agricultural projects in Liberia, and it failed miserably. The issue of the yellow machine, bro, is a disaster. I don't want to take up much time, but if people can celebrate this without taking into consideration the law, when your girls are being raped, remember, they will ignore the law because that is part of the law. The law is also ignored. When your homes are being robbed, don't feel bad because the law also applies to some extent, and they're ignoring all of these things. If you want to ignore the law in one capacity, you should also accept that the law will be ignored. Remember, a lot of the bad things happened when President George Weah was out of the country. Take note, go back to a lot of the bad things that happened every time President Weah was out of the country. That's when the bad things took place, and they're copying exactly from the CDC book. You notice if you ask the public works minister, with all of the procurement process or all of the issue of bringing yellow machine, what or how many jobs are we creating for Liberians? Because the reasons why you will invest in certain projects is to create jobs, especially with the current economy. He would never tell you how much job they are creating. Instead, it's all about the optics and the idea of understanding the gullible society that we find ourselves in. This thing that we're dealing with is not a joke, bro. It's serious.
Thank you. Thank you, Lufa. Quickly, let's get to the other segment really quick. We want to bring in the lawmakers into this conversation. And the reason we want to do that is because, like Siku said earlier, they now are the ones that can allow this criminal act, disrespect of the Constitution to happen, and it becomes a problem, or they can prevent it. Honorable Chairman, Representative Musa Hassan Biladi, this is what he wrote this morning. I have never seen or witnessed such a brazen attack on the foundation of our Constitution. We have now reached a pivotal moment where we must shift the destiny of our democracy. Mr. Kane, how do you react to this before I go to Monk? And then we'll go to the line. Mr. Kane, how do you react to this?
My reaction would be, how many lawmakers thinking like Musa Belletti. And not only that, if they think that way, how many of them were the boss or the spine to voice their concern or their reservation with this government? How many lawmakers that are actually aware, that understand their own function? How many lawmakers that is ready to say, you know what, we'll hold this government feet to the fire, we'll hold them accountable for not doing the needful? How many? So until we can answer that question, Musa Belletti will talk, he will voice his concern, but I'm not sure whether it will yield any fruit, because like the idea of auditing the legislature,
Yeah.
if nobody, if you can see a group of lawmakers, representatives, senators, that's why even to say CDC get a lot of representatives, CDC get a lot of lawmakers, people in the legislature, senator, this, and I just say they are a bunch of followers, spineless, good for nothing people. If you cannot hold the government accountable, then what are you there for? To collect money? You fighting, getting angry for not getting free money, but then you're not getting angry at the executive or the president for stealing from the Liberian people, but you are getting angry because you are not getting some constituency visit money. The last time we saw Fonati Kofa, the Speaker of the House, getting angry that the House of the Senate was being well taken care of, but they are not being taken care of. What about the Liberian people? Are they being taken care of? Well taken care of? No. So until the lawmaker can master the courage, grow the spine, the courage to speak at least for once for the Liberian people, like Musa Belletti is doing, that would just be like a wishing water on door's back. It's not going to go anywhere.
Thank you. Quickly to just add up before Monk reacts, just for the record, under the CDC-led government, both houses were controlled by CDC or by seditionists. Under this government, one part of the house, which is the Senate, is controlled by the rescue people, John Blikanga Lawrence, the Senate, and then another part is controlled by a sedition, an opposition member, both of them who control the lower house, Fonati Kofa and Thomas Fala. Let me say this to seditions before Monk reacts. Let me say this to you in the opposition. Like Sekou said, if Fonati Kofa and Thomas Fala cannot rally the horse to stand against this, they are part and parcel of what's going on. You got no opposition in anywhere in the horses. No, you got government collaborators. Let me say that to the seditions. So you need to start reaching out to them now. If Fonati Kofa won't run on CDC ticket, it's time to hold the government feet to fire. It's time to tell Joseph Boaga, enough of the stealing, enough of the criminality. Let's get serious. Monk, let's hear what you got to say before. Maybe Sekou, I see Sekou stretching your eye. Normally when he's stretching your eye,
Yeah.
I mean, what's
let one go.
no react, then we'll go back to Sekou before we go to the lines. Monk, what say you?
I told you on the show and our listening audience on countless occasions that every time a political decision is made, the very first thing that is taken into consideration by our lawmakers or our public servant is the fact that they are dealing with gullible people. They believe that the Liberian people are too stupid that you can literally insult them to their faces and you can walk away scot-free. There is a similarity between Unity Party and CDC, and we said it even before the election that they are one of the same. Let me tell you something. You can see the parallel here. I told you when you look at the budget, the way in which our budget is crafted and how our lawmakers and other people and president get kickbacks. The reason they focus on road is the only initiative that will give you the most money back because building roads is capital intensive. How you think they were able to steal 22.2 million in less than 30 days, and nobody can give account of that money? There will be no other project that will give lawmakers and government officials the leverage to steal that amount of money. Only Rose Development will do that. Let me thread the needle between CDC and Unity Party. When Georgia became president, within 8 months, Samuel Tua came out with something they call resource swap. No, before they came out with a resource swap, they said they wanted to take on a coastal highway to link the whole southeastern region by means of a coastal highway. And they were putting in place a loan agreement for $1 billion between Eaton and Ibomaf. Two companies that you can barely locate their headquarters, that people don't even believe that they even exist, that they don't have a corporate office in the country to show that they actually exist, that these guys wanted to get into something they call resource swap. When that deal never went through, China at the time went to Accra. They had an African summit in Ghana. China was about to invest $60 billion in Africa for sustainable development in exchange for resources. That's where the term resource swap came from. Guess what happened? Simultaneous agreement was China was going to come. Can you imagine? You say you want to bring an investor into a country that should give you $2.5 billion. And they were the one that were going to do their own feasibility study in your country. Do you know that the Weah government had intention to give the Chinese unrestricted asset in exchange for money? Whether it was iron ore, whether it's diamond, whether it's gold, that the Chinese will have unrestricted asset to take any resources they want from Liberia in exchange for $2.5 billion. Imagine that. So if Liberia had an asset of more than $10 billion, it means the Chinese could just come and take anything just because they gave us $2.5 billion and the future of the country is so forever. It's the same thing, it's the same narrative you are seeing with the Boaga-led government here. And they came out with the argument that Liberia is so poor that we can take money even from the devil. You remember that statement? That we can take money from the devil, it will be accepted because they believe that. And that's why I keep telling the show. In Liberia, I don't like to insult people, but when you really do your critical analysis, you cannot tell the one that are educated for the one that are not educated. The people that live, even some that live in the Western world, that know why it's at stake, that know why it takes that the country does not have anything left with the exception of that Putu and Wologizi mountain, they will still celebrate this nonsense they call investment, because the narrative here is when you oppose a yellow mansion, it means you are anti-Liberia. You don't want to see the country progressing. You want to see Joseph Boaga fail at their own detriment. It's the very same thing. And guess when Georgia did it within less than 8 months? How long Boaga been in power now? Less than 8 months, right? The same old narrative keep playing out. So if you set back your eyes and say, what kind of deal there is that two separate administrations will be targeting the same amount of money, 2.5 billion? Because the last time when the story came out that the Wologizi mountain, who came up with the assessment that Wologizi worth 2.5 billion or $2 billion? It always around that same amount. It happened under Weah administration. It's happening under Joseph Boaga administration. Now, people are celebrating this machine, but when you ask, at what expense? What are you giving in exchange for this machine? They could care less, because for them, Liberia is so impoverished, Liberia is so poor, there are a bunch of stupid people that live in Liberia. So why you want to question? Because you are you are not developmental. You don't have a development mind. You hate Liberia. You hate Joseph Boaga. You want for Boaga to fail. So that's why you will oppose this machine. But like I said, the main question that needs to be asked, no, nobody's going to ask that question, because the people that are making this calculated move, they understand that when you bring 10 Liberians, maybe 2 out of 10 will ask that question. 8 will celebrate. So why should you listen to the 2 that will raise an objection? That's just why it is. It's nothing more than that.
Mr. Can I react quickly so that we can get to the lines if you can?
No, let's go to the lines here from the people.
Yeah, Lawrence, I beg you, can you please help us to take a few calls, if you can, please? Well, folks, as we wait Lawrence to get prepared to, just so you know, he said.
1-077-825-5050 086-02-1302. You can hit us up this evening. We have our first call on the phone lines here. Let me see. Good evening. Yeah, Nima, you come from? You say you calling from where? That be go ahead, you. Let you be audible.
That person kind of a little bit low though.
You kind of a bit low, brother. You got to amplify your voice and call right back. Yeah, go. Okay, he go off the line. 086021302 07782255050. This call. Hello. Good evening. Your name? Where you come from?
Let me say good evening to the people. My name is William Corbin. I joined this conversation for District 3. Let me say happy Yellow Machine holiday to all Liberians. And I think that Liberians, we should be glad to rejoice in the Lord. This was the kind of a leader that we were not waiting for, that today has brought him on us. His ambassador just said him about. So that people say today, there wasn't that many around today. People say bad road doctor because it is a doctor that is prescribed the medicine for particular illness. So the illness of Liberia, in terms of bad road condition, the medicine of sickness.
Thank you.
So we say thank you to the government. Long live what I could have long. People are happy.
Thank you, my brother. I can keep you on the line. Thank you very much. Thank you for being part of the show. I appreciate you for calling here. Thank you very much. Happy Yellow Machine Day to all of us, inshallah. This person, hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay. Your name? Where you come from?
This is what also part of this FE is the rest of it. This is a gift from Chicken First Remember Division of the Defense. Look, sometimes for gaming, who are the first time machine to come to bureau? I can other person where machine come bureau. But in that bring people problem, that's the type of question we should be asking. Where the resources coming from that will pay the machine back? No. What are the crazy people who don't support this machine? Say, why did the machine come to that bureau for? To be honest with you, that machine is from the bureau. No, I can't tell the question. You know, anything that what we say that you know the possible control to the lack of mistake. The moment you talk about this, don't want to do it. Trust me, you know what they do now? They'll try to be the one process back again because I'm record double it. And that's how you won't compare.
Thank you, my brother. You make your point. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for calling. LRB. Hello, your name? Where you come from?
Yes.
Hello, your name?
Yeah, thank you. This is Emmanuel Richardson and conversation from Power.
Right here, you chief. Go ahead.
You know, it is so valuable to see people in Libya who claim to be educated people, we just accept anything because they see you supporting somebody. Today, you celebrating Yellow Machine. If somebody asks you, why you never buy Yellow Machine, the only thing, woman Boga bring Yellow Machine. You don't even care if Jordan Boga is said, we the young people. We don't even care about our future, right? No, you supporting a 79-year-old man who don't even have long term here. We that remain here, we the young people who don't even care about our future. Do you know that the machine has come? You know that if our resources and other things will be given, then you know how long Honorable Boga and people will commit our country to for Yellow Machine and John.
Thank you.
So then you're sitting there. That one day you be a representative, you be a minister, you will have the pressure on your head to pay for saying that you don't know about.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. The people bring it.
Thank you, my brother. You make your point.
I listen to FTV, I listen to my people in America, when we talk to someone with you because if we are in that people, we're not sure.
Thank you, my brother. You make your point.
We're not sure.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Mr. Regency. What you call is it Regency? I do it from Kawa. I bring the Congo people here. Chief, hello, your name, where you come from?
Yeah, hello, my name is Martin Suban and I call from Morovia.
Thank you. I hear you quickly, Chief.
Okay, quickly, let me say thanks for opening the land and the area of calling and giving the views. So let me say thank God and I laid our brother for the place that will always say what to you. And then they've seen it indeed God attached herself to the nation because the party of reason minister of state with our portfolio, my community and the minister of state, minister of state, you can see them on the machine parading.
Yeah.
That alone, they are indeed direct representatives of the government.
Thank you.
The president's office.
Thank you.
So, what say you, Mr. Watson, you see the yourself
Thank you, my brother. You make your point. You don't have to attack somebody here on the show. Yeah, you talk your own, Ali, leave the line, other people talk. Yeah, the machine, all machine. You got me sense on this side. Hello, your name, where you come from?
Yeah, good evening. I'm Russell Castle, coming from the state of Mate.
Thank you. I hear you, Chief.
Yeah, like what we all say, in language, you guys and those systems, it's very much reflecting in that people being seen not only in spotlight, especially by government official where they bring something like for people say we should say the ego and what on the ball in that much it failed to go through the law which of course the national legislature to pay back until then and also the machine who carry that was supposed to be happy
yeah, thank you, Dado. Dale level, brother. So we gotta go by here. Ale sister, 086021302. You can call this evening. Let me part of the show right here. This caller is on the phone line. Let you, Chief. Hello, Yadi, where you come from?
Good evening. This is Blake, and I'm calling from Cinco.
Yeah, you, Chief. Go ahead, sir.
I'm kind of a little bit disappointed in almost every one of you.
Okay.
And my reason is just simple. My reason is I'm surprised how we are so doomsayers and without facts. You guys are insinuating that the yellow machine that has come will cause the millions of dollars. Where are the facts? Where are the facts? Just as much as you are trying to educate us, you are claiming to know all. Tell me, what is the doomsday in this yellow machine coming? What has it caused my generation? Don't just say it will cause our generation. You are insinuating something that you have no facts to. That is wrong.
Thank you, my brother.
We all talk about development in the country. When development comes, we kick against it.
No,
when do we want this country to be developed? And how will it be developed?
My brother, thank you. You make your point.
Everything that comes, we have question to it. Even the old ones, we question it.
Thank you.
You guys are not doing well for the country. Let's be very frank to right. Sure, you guys are not doing well for Liberia. And y'all can take it anyhow you want to take it, but that's reality.
No, that's not lead out to you. Brother, the way you talk, I know it is. Yes, what you need to freeze on that. That's all need it. The project top 08602. Let's go to the line. Hello, Yanni, where you come from? The place that the man calling from. The man calling from Cinco. Okay, Chief, go ahead. Yeah, my man, alarm bow. Brother. Okay, much better. Just stay to the upper, don't move. Yeah, my man. 18 out 10 ugly. Brother, your line out 10 bad. Yeah, my man, your line bad. That does stand good play. I know. I think you do Fajera. Gotta build one tower there. 086021302. To the phone lines 2. Let me see. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, where you call from?
I'm Luis. I call from Bushwa Island.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief. Go ahead. Let hear you, sir.
It is kind of difficult to convince our people. You know, even our father who the children are extremely hungry and he can't with food. The children will eat first before their eyes where the food from.
Yeah.
I've heard somebody giving people money like, bro, you know, how many money where you give me? Tell me where you take it from, that gross money or that blood money. My man, before I wanted money, even pastor to church. I've heard people say, you know, explain where you get it from before, let me know for before you get to me. It's difficult, maybe in the US, so for you the guys in America, somebody give me a hope, I want to know where it's from, and this, that. But in Liberia, Africa, it's extremely difficult, but they will receive their fight later on, and then they will get. So we hope that President Blacker will make a formal representation to the legislature, but we appreciate the message. We're getting news that next week about 50 trucks will be arriving again. There are people reporting for the Freeport if you go on the National Port Authority website. They are saying 50, additional 50 next week. So all we do, we appreciate it. We are happy we are impacted.
So it means we should hold it first before we ask questions.
It is difficult. I mean, can't bring money in Liberia. And therefore say, look, now right now you're at 10,000.
Thank you.
No. Before we do this scholarship or before we accept, that would go for it's difficult. Maybe in America.
Thank you.
That's very difficult.
Thank you, my brother. You make your point.
We all got the administration. We do the needful to write the legislature. information and inform the Liberian people as to how we acquire this thing.
Thank you.
To receive it.
Thank you. Oh yeah, 086-02-13-02-0778-25-50-50. We're happy, we hold it for it, and we'll ask the people where you're gonna do from. Hello? Your name, where you come from? My man, I'm the fire boy, Dado. Hello? Oh, Brian,
also going to respond, man.
you say your name?
The time.
Okay, go ahead, Brian. When we'll let you, G.
Thank you for the conversation on the discussion tonight. And my point out to do is we are doing our machine here, but the machine is the workforce, which is for the machine, and the people in the machine, God will come along with the machine to everyone, never contribution is shared. And what is the source of the income of the machine? So this is some of the things. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, the minute I give all the machines, you come along with the machine and tell, yeah, the reason they give it all. No problem, Dado. 086, I'll take 2 more calls and go to Hello? Yeah, Chief?
One more.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, Yadim, where you come from?
So this is one day bad. This is going to come with
Yeah, you, Chief. You come from Kmart.
Yeah, thank you very much for the show. As usual, we appreciate the fact that you guys are at the background to provide cardinal information to we like people with regards to some of the serious things that is on the government.
Okay.
However, my point on that is the most shocking part about this yellow machine that was required to previous things for this government is the fact that key figure of this government have taken a Facebook page and they are written that our machine can. And they fail to realize that Liberia is a unitary state. We run this state on a one state of government. There's so many that the government has brought us dividends to the country. That dividend should be for all Liberians. That's supposed to be for a selected group of people.
Thank you.
For a particular group of people. So it's very bad.
Thank you, my brother.
It's very bad.
Thank you. Well, man, thank you, man. Thank you for calling for Grand Cape County. Well, Chief, the machine yet, I know. Thank you very much, Chief. It's all we celebrate you.
Thank you, Lawrence. Mr. Cannon, Monk, how do you guys react to the callers? What you've heard so far?
Same reaction as always. The people who claim to be optimistic about the future of Liberia keep saying good luck in your endeavors, because I know it's a steep mountain to climb. I will not see it in my lifetime. You can call me a doomsday prophet all you want. I just know in terms of reality, if you really want to be pragmatic about the situation in Liberia, you are wasting your time, because you got an entire generation. Look, listen to the caller, Steve. They all got that, and he sound more educated. I mean, I know he got more experience. He knows exactly. He telling you that based on the prevailing circumstances in this country economically, people will first accept the gift before they will even care to question it. They could care less. Whether Wologizi mountain will be the leverage, whether your Putu mountain will be the leverage, whether generation unborn will be the victim, at the present moment, they could care less. And I keep telling you, the people are the accomplices. They are not victims. They are the one that empower the criminals to keep doing what they are doing. Because, look, Steve, every time a politician makes this, what they get in the call or survey, opinion pool, they will get a feedback from the public. And the way public will react, that's how they will go about implementing policy. Let me give you a typical example when I told you about the Kenyan protest. The reason the children jump on the screen in Kenya, you know, that it was one of the callers that said that. The children said we are the youngest in this country. I know we indebted to the IMF and the World Bank, but you know what? The debt burden of Kenya will be carried by us. We will not sit here for people who are older than us that got limited time on the planet to determine our future. In the case of Liberia, is the reserve, the polar opposite. The people who are the younger one, they are even dumber than even the older one that are making decisions for them. They will defend everything that is happening. Even if you try to get them the information to know exactly what's happening, they will automatically reject it, understanding that the present condition in Liberia is the norm. So in short term, they are not victims, they are the accomplices, and Unity Party and CDC thrive in this moment. Look, you can kiss the country goodbye. You will try to pull the country back from the brink, from the cliff. I just don't see it happening. I'm not saying it can never happen, but I know for my age and in my lifetime, I will not see a better Liberia. I will stop there for now. I know that for sure.
Mr. Kane, how do you react?
My reaction, as always, I think We need to double up. We've got a lot of work to do. We are dealing with a country that maybe majority, 75 or 80% of the people are illiterate and no insult to the population. And the 20% or 25% of the educated ones are also mostly corrupt. They manipulate, they leverage the illiterate population to enrich themselves. So to have a country like that, I don't know when Liberia will change and how it can change. But I think Liberia, the good thing about Liberia now, people are getting more interested in politics. Even those who disagree with us, they always follow SKTV. So it's good. Even those who come here to insult us, they follow SKTV every day. They don't just like anybody to actually hold their feet to the fire, but they love the fact that we are available to help them, to educate them. So I would say let's double up. We got more work to do. Let's continue to inform them. Some of them are behaving the way they're behaving because they cannot even distinguish between what is good and bad. They never experienced any good. They don't know what good is. And the whole debt monk they're talking about, debt in Liberia, if you put 10 people out there, 100 people, you tell them, say, what that debt means, that the people don't put in, the country in debt, they don't even know what that means. Most of them believe that debt, it means that, you go take $20 from somebody, and then you got to pay back that debt.
That's why the debt carry 192 million of the current budget, and they don't know that.
Yeah, go ahead, Mom. Just conclude that. They were saying. Okay, so they don't even understand what debt means. They don't know. There are few people, few of the callers, I took notes. Few of the callers understand exactly what's going on. You see, anybody talking about their future, talking about the future of the children, future of the country, they understand what it means for somebody to corrupt the country, enrich themselves, their family, their siblings, their associates, and leave the country in agile poverty for years to come. And the reason why they understand it because they listen, they read, and some of them went to school, they can read and understand, they can do critical thinking, they can do critical analysis on issues. But the one that you can see calling, some of them not only that they are illiterate, but some of them they are educated. They know exactly what's going on. But they are part of the corruption. They are part of the syndicate of corrupt people. They are direct beneficiaries. They are not in power, but they are working for those criminals, those corrupt-minded officials, so they will send them and distract, attack, insult, and threaten anybody who try to right the wrongs. So these people, they need more education. We need to talk to them more. We need to continue to educate them more. Let me tell you something, Steve. I think we need to not worry about people who are actually coming to attack or getting angry at us because they are told that these people, they're speaking bad for the government. They want the government to fail because they never supported Joseph Boakai. They want Joseph Boakai to fail. So anything that comes from you, all the analysis, brilliant analysis that you are giving, They're not even listening. They come here with a mindset, with preconceived mind, coming to tell you exactly what they were sent to come and tell you. It doesn't matter what you put there. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you provide to them. All they care about, they came with a preconceived mind to come and insult you, call you names, and discourage you, thinking that they can even bully you to submission. But our job, we shouldn't get tired. Let's continue to educate them. We're not doing it for them. We're doing it for the majority of Liberians and the posterity unborn. Not just these, few Holons that are calling. They are direct beneficiary. So I think, we should double up. Every time I hear people in clear display of their ignorance and illiteracy, it pains me. But it emboldened my resolve to say, you know what? Let's do more. Maybe down the line, I don't know, like Mom said, we don't know when. Maybe down the line, we may not be able to change all the minds, but few minds. Not to change your mind to vote for a particular person, but to change your mind to see light, to change your mind to improve your ability, your intellect, to reason out, to understand what is wrong and what is right, and what you are doing at your own detriment in defending your oppressors. So we'll continue to do our best.
Thank you. I got two callers, and let me take them real quick, and then hopefully we can go from there. Cool. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from, please?
Steve?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon to Sekou and Morning and the guys in Liberia. This is Abraham Connor calling from the United States. You guys keep, I know you keep referencing the situation in Kenya. The reason why Kenya has an issue right now because Kenya is swimming in heavy debt. And they got no other means of getting money, so they decided to wage heavy taxes on the people, and that's why the Gen Z are in the street today. Because the debt they have incurred, it was not on a Ruto, but previous governments. And this is a situation that Liberia is headed to. Because if you take people money and you don't have the media of paying back, next thing is that the citizenry will either be taxed heavily, or you have to employ some other means to pay these debts, or the people will exploit you, your resources. For crying out loud, the cost of the machines they're talking about, this government, when they took power in January, I think less than a third of that amount they were requesting from government, from the legislature to get approved so that they could meet up with their immediate needs. Now tell me, what magical when they have ways so quick to get a $50 or $60 million worth of equipment without it going through the procurement process of the country? And people are celebrating that. Okay, how are you going to pay this back? See, think about this. The previous Unity Party government gave the National Port Authority for 25 years of an agreement that the subsequent government will not visit until it expires. Now, the port management didn't pay a thing over there, and you couldn't even visit that agreement. How much for somebody that is giving you machines that worth X amount of money today? And you think you're just gonna clap there and say, "Oh man, I'll go sit down, I'll pay your money back"?
Thank you.
That's not gonna happen, But people need to look at these things there from the microscopic analysis. But again, this is politics of Liberia. But thank you, guys.
Thank you. I have another caller here. Folks. Give me 1 second. Let me grab this other caller. Let me get this caller quickly. Yes, you are joining the show. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, good evening, I'm calling from Belgium. This is Entric Channel.
Entric, can you put some more volume in your voice, please, so that the rest of the crew can hear you, please?
Okay. You can hear me now?
Yeah, I think it's much better. What is your take?
Yeah, from the onset of this yellow machine, when the news broke, some of us, that's why we supported this government, because we felt that at the time, since Mr. Cummings was not in the race and the Liberian people had already made their decisions, that it was better to support the Unity Party than the CDC, looking at the level of corruption and other things that went on for the past 6 years. But fortunately now some of us are regretting our decision, because there is nothing different. JMB or the rescue team is following the exact footstep of their predecessor, which is the corrupt CDC government. And this is so sad and it's unacceptable. We can never be a sycophant. I can never be a sycophant. Why? Because I am a victim of the corrupt and failed system. So if the Unity Party is going to follow the footsteps of the corrupt CDC, then the Unity Party should count me out of their rescue team. From today, let me make this public on this media, that I am no longer in support of the Unity Party government or the rescue team, because now I can see that beyond all indication that this government is going to be nothing in the interest of the people, and they are going to be corrupt. So because of that, going back to stand for the people. In the interest of the people, the struggle continue. I'm Intrik Jalo. I am not going to support the Unity Party anymore, and I'm going to stand against them because they have diverted from their promise and their plan to the Liberian people. This issue of the yellow machine is a total corruption, and I condemn it and stand against it, and I say, based on this action that the government has taken, this government is going to be of no good, of no use to the Liberian people. It's just going to be the same thing. I want to openly apologize to the people of Nigeria for advocating for this government that we gave them. I'm so sorry, Liberian people, and I put my hands up. I stand with you people in the struggle, and we are moving forward. Liberia must get better, and it will get better. I'm not going to be a citizen. I don't care what anybody will say. I stand for Liberia today. I stand for Liberia tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you.
Yeah, so we have Mr. Mawolo on the line here.
Oh, okay, we call you. Yeah, because I'm going to call him back. Well,
yeah, I don't take Andre serious, bro. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, you were talking. Lupa. Let's do Mr. Mawolo. Mr. Joe Mawolo, are you there?
Yeah, how you doing? Steve, Melbourne.
You're a little bit low.
Yeah, okay. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
All right. Listen, our people can just make you stick. Let's, in fact, it's a benefit. If let's say it was paid for, let's say all these things were paid for. Do you have conductors for this thing? If they brought 280 yellow machines, do you have 500 conductors in Liberia to operate them? Because each one of them need at least 2.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Even if they brought, it's like somebody giving Liberia 10 airplanes right now, and you only got 2 pilots. What are you going to do with it? You're going to bring 8 pilots? And Liberian people saying that they must bring 8 pilots to operate the plane that will get in jobs. Do we need it? What was the plan that they had that demanded that it needed at least 200 yellow machines? No plans. This government has proven to the Liberian people that all we've ever said was true. These people had no plan for this country. They have no plan still. They have no ideas. They are incompetent in running the country. And all they want is actively doing things for their ignorant followers to make a whole lot of money. Because this thing is not going to benefit Liberia.
Thank you.
It's not going to benefit Liberia. Those equipment, even if where they come from, do they even understand the economic implication of buying something from another country When a country that supports you sell the same thing and you buy from it.
Thank you,
I
Mr.
mean,
Paulo.
this guy is messing these people lives up. Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So yeah, Steve, you got another caller, or you want Lofa to have a take on the react to the callers? And you are muted, Steve.
I had another caller. He dropped us, so I'm trying to connect this caller quickly.
Yeah, but why you connect that? Maybe okay. Well, I have another caller here. Did you take that? Roland?
Yeah, go ahead and take that.
Yes, sir. You're live on SKTV, brother.
Yeah, how are you? How are you guys?
Doing great.
You can't keep making the same mistake Barry. You can apologize.
Then we can how you call it? Get the info of Chairman Yato. I know Lato or Yato. I've been listening to him lately, and he has some great ideas. And you guys also been mentioning the same thing. How we can sponsor this station and go and make sure this station is been taken, so we can take over the entire country. You know, how we can sponsor this the station monthly. I spoke with Steve a few days ago, but I haven't had anything back. So I just want you to know that I'm on board, so we can sponsor the station bigly, like the way my man Donald Trump said, he said bigly. Yeah, so we can make this station big in Liberia. Now with corrupt money. Secondly, I just want the Joseph Barker-led government to do the real thing. Why don't they go through the public procurement, concession commission, which is called the PPCC? You want to do stuff, go through the PPCC, for then go through Parliament. Some in another country right now, building 5,000 single-family homes. Some people would like to grease the wheel of the Parliament or grease the wheel of the president. When you say greasing the wheel, there's some corrupt terms giving Brian envelope that will say in other countries we call it greasing the wheels. Why don't Joseph Barker just go through the public procurement concession commission, and from there, then if Parliament going to approve it or deny the deal, then we know. Because when we say that, oh yeah, Liberia, we need everything, anybody found stuff in the trash, they just bring it to Liberia, yeah, we need it because we poor. We're not doing ourselves justice. We ain't doing the next generation justice. Our country going to go down the drain. There's a lot of investors that want to invest in Liberia. And people that rob up Kumendi, they come from South Africa, with shitty characters and trying to describe our country. So we need to stand up. SKTV, we need to stand up. We need to talk behind the scene so we can see how better we can fund this station. And so everybody back in Boca Julian, all over the country, so they can listen to what you guys talk about all the time. Thank you, Seko.
Yeah, thank you so much, Roland. Thank you so much. Let's get to Steve. You got another caller, or I can take this caller too?
Yeah, I think that caller, that person be the last for the day.
All right, Benjamin Jonah, Ben from Minnesota, the Honor Cover Station.
This is the Honor Cover Station.
What's up, my brother?
Yeah, thanks for taking my call. I understand a lot of what you guys are saying, but at the same time, look, you guys can keep trying. But I think there's a difference. Somebody said something about the issue in Kenya. I think there's a huge difference between what's happening in Kenya and what is happening in Liberia. The reason why people in Liberia would not get in the street for anything that benefit them except politics. Unlike in Kenya, they were getting the street because it affects their livelihood. The economy in Liberia is not controlled by Liberians. Liberia do not have nothing in the stake in our country. So they do have most of them feel that they have nothing to fight for. Even though that is not true. There's a lot there for them to fight for. But because if the government raise taxes in Liberia, how many Liberian businesses will be affected? Very few. The majority of those who will be affected will be the Lebanese and the Indians.
No, you got it wrong. Let me just interrupt you, then you conclude.
Okay.
If businesses, the taxes increase on the businesses, the common people get the ripple effect. Because why? Because the prices will increase. So not just the business people, but the people too themselves. The prices will increase.
Listen. If it was Liberian businesses that were being affected, real Liberian businesses, Liberian business owners will get angry. The reason why those foreigners don't care.
Liberian businesses are affected.
They can easily transfer those taxes to the common people. They don't care. In Kenya,
That's not true.
people got the small businesses. So when the government raises the taxes, it affects the common Kenyan businesses, which is because their economy is in their own hands. So they are affected. So with that effect, it also goes down to the common people. That's the reason why the Kenyans will get in the street, not because of political reason. The only time Liberians will rally unless it's something that is political. CDC won't put a street in the street. Anybody won't put a street in the street. But nobody will fight for the soul or anything that is tangible to Nigeria. They will not do it.
All right.
And it also has to do with the educational level between these two countries.
Yeah.
But thank you, man.
Thank you so much. So Chairman Yato was calling while Ben on the line. I didn't want to cut him off. So let Chairman Yato be the last caller. Then we can go to the panelists. Then we can, analyze some of these things we are hearing, and then we can take it from there. Because, hello, Chairman Yato. Hello.
Steve?
Yeah, this is Sekou. You're live.
Steve, it's a sad day in Liberia today. So I don't know which one is worse. Our young children, our young adults in the streets of Monrovia dancing for something that is detrimental to their own health, or an educated class that can think past first grade. How will anybody who live in a modernized society where the governor of Minnesota or the governor of Michigan will lie to you and then deliver equipment and say, oh, by the way, dance in the streets? Steve, today...
Mama, why you keep calling me Steve?
Not Steve. Today is a sad day for us. When the people that will be affected the most were dancing in the streets for equipment. If you live in Nukutown or in Sinka, how would that yellow equipment benefit you when they sold Wolagisi Mountain just for a yellow machine and they tripled the price of it? In Nukutown, there'll be no new school built. In Sinka, there'll be no new school built. There'll be no jobs. So tell me, how would this yellow machine really benefit you? Only in Liberia. See, we just got, I think we're really praying for God. Maybe the only God will just get up in His infinite wisdom and say, oh, let me just save Liberia. But Liberia is a done deal. There's absolutely no hope for Liberia. None whatsoever. When people will allow the government to lie to them, and then they will accept by mortgaging their future. Joseph Walker and his grandchildren are going to be rich from this deal. And like Elling, the 63 concessions that were enter into, and we didn't benefit, we will not benefit again. So I'll just say, Lord, let's just pray that, I think I will say my fast and prayer.
Thank you. Fast and prayer. Okay. Hey, 612 number, who is that? We living now.
Yeah, Sekou, my name is Momosaki.
Momosaki, 1 minute, my man. Go ahead quickly. We got to go. You're the last caller.
First, I want to say thank you, Steve, for the show and all the other panelists. Sekou, this is just another cash cow to make some people rich like you. Because if you look at Joseph Boakai doing his vice president, you can run the India Rest program. I mean, he is still packing Lufa, everything is better. Almost everything the government touch, I don't really see that the police car, I see people celebrating that one. And when you bring a low car in a country where the road is bad, then you bring that kind of car, you bring machine, no proper play, no management. We all know like no proper management is the greater problem. I can tell you for free, 1 year time the machine store with data. Because Nima have one of the largest machines like we are today. None of the machine can work. So before you do things like that, before you get a plane, You can't spend $1 million on something and you just bring it just to show like you have a beauty pageant. It's wrong.
Thank you. Thank you, Mo. Let's go to Lofa. So, Lofa, what's your reaction to all the callers?
Um, you know, I have a mixed reaction, but for the most part, to be honest with you, great that you guys actually gave the callers the opportunity to express themselves so that the panelists can have an insight on what is really happening, what's going through the minds of the people. But I'm going to start with Antric Jallo, the Henry Costa, the Martin colleagues, and all of these people that are pretending to be, victims and all of that. Look, I don't take them serious, man. So to be honest with you, I always tell my brother Steve, I was like, bro, calm down. Sometimes you got to be considerate of other people's view, but just listen. Antrix, you, as an educated or self-proclaimed educated person, you do your own evaluation. For Antrix to come out, sit out here and pretending like, oh yeah, you supported CDC. When people call CDC out, you insulted other people for calling CDC out, and you come out here and pretending to be as though you're a victim. And no, but I will not take you serious. I'm sorry. I'm not speaking for SKTV. All right. I am speaking on here as a guest panelist. All right. Lofa Julius. I'm speaking for myself. I don't take you serious at all. I don't take that lady serious. The Martin colleague, even Henry Costello to come on here, I don't take them serious. And you can, reciprocate the entire thing to me as well. Say you don't take me serious as well for the mere fact that I supported DeLon. I would accept your view, but at the same time, I learned from the decision made to have supported DeLon, and DeLon is nothing more or less than the demon that we thought was a light. So when I hear Andrews repeating her mistakes and talking about, oh, I'm no longer on the rescue train, I don't listen to that. But here's what I got to say, right? These people are purposely doing these things because they understand the dynamics of Liberia politics. Let's be honest here, bro. They know if they keep Liberians in abject poverty, they will get such result. What you see today are results from having people kept in abject poverty. Okay? When the education is not quality education, instead it's just based on quantity. How many people are graduating from high school or colleges? That is considered their success. It's not the quality of education. This is the problem. You're not trying to base it on quantity. You're quantifying the results. At this point in Liberia, we need quality education. It's not happening. So you listen to people with this kind of output. Oh, we're celebrating the yellow machine. Steve and all of the guys on here, I try to use this as an opportunity. But before I say this, before I use this example, let me apologize. Let me just beg. This is not an apology, but this is an appeal to all of you. Sekou, get off your high horse. Steve, Monk, appear on other platforms. Your voice matters. Stop being comfortable in your zone. Go on other platforms and be as vocal as you can be, bro. This thing here, the bad people are more than the good people right now. We must collaborate. We must fight against it. You can never win this fight by yourselves. We must all work together. The bad people are working tirelessly. When you're asleep, the Darius DeLon is on the phone. The Snow, the other people, they are fighting tirelessly against your effort. You're only on here for 2 or 3 hours. For them, they are tirelessly and effortlessly working towards or against your efforts. I'm simply appealing to you guys. I'm on my knees and begging for the sake of Mama Liberia. Get off and get on other platforms and other places. Make your voices heard. The people need your voice more than you can imagine. Because if we continue to sit here and think that these lawbreakers, these politicians, okay, these political scavengers will fight for Liberia, it would never happen because it's not in their best interest. Their kids are going to school over here, Steve. They are benefiting from a system that works. Their kids are benefiting from a system that it provides health care, quality education, and everything, security. It's not about you. It's not about me. Your kids are okay. My kids are okay. Your grandkids may probably be just as fine. But what about our brothers and sisters in Liberia? The people will not understand until we stand up. I understand Mom's frustration when he said, the possibility of us seeing transformation in Liberia is almost impossible. But we must start something so other people can follow up after that. If we just literally put our hands up, we will fail miserably. Let me go to the story. This card right here. I want to show this card to you guys. You see the reason why I put, there's a big stop. I don't know if you guys can see it on the back of this card. Okay. This is my agency card. My agency, the entire IT agency, I have thousands of dollars on this card. I made a mistake one time. I almost cried, bro. You know how much? $100. I mistakenly swiped the card. I swiped the card mistakenly. It was not done purposely. Mistakenly. It's a state issue card. The state of North Carolina given to me. Guess what I did? I went running to the procurement department when the voucher came home. They reached out to me. They said, provide receipt. I went to and look in. I was scared. I thought I was about to lose my job. I went there. They said, well, give us an explanation as to why. I had to write a book, not even just a book explaining the mistake and why. I took pictures of my personal credit card and the credit card that I thought I was using. And then I took my own picture. All of those things, it went through an entire evaluation. Except all of those things had to take place. I was scared because I would have lost for $100. You're talking about thousands of $1,000,000 worth of procurement. And I see people celebrating without having to follow the actual process. Since then, I learned. I put a big mark on this card. I said, stop. Every time the card, the minute I see, I know it's not a card for me to use. I put it in the back of my wallet. So I would never touch that card again, ever in my life. Even if I touch it, I hope it shocked me to the extent where I would literally drop it. That's how the system works for everybody, because taxpayers' money is being used. How in the world can we sit and celebrate this level of stealing and we think it's okay? It is not okay. President Barker don't care. President Barker don't care, Moses. President Barker don't care, Sekou. I'm telling you, this man is at the point where he's in his retirement age. He's enjoying himself. His kids are the beneficiary of his, deceptive behaviors. Guess who else? Then his grandkids will benefit from it. Do we sincerely want to sit here and watch these things happen? No. We must learn to work together. We must effortlessly fight against the evil forces so that other people can benefit, even if we don't stay to see it come to reality. Let us fight for a better Liberia. Let us fight the evil forces. There are more than us in Liberia. And that's why they call themselves the patriarchs. That's why they keep themselves in the wolf pack. Wolves don't walk alone. They're always in pack. So we must also learn to work together tirelessly. Steve, I'm telling you again, and my brother, Sekou, this is not an easy fight. If we sit down, these guys will make mockery of the situation. I sent Steve a video. The people are celebrating the yellow machine. I sent it to him. I'm sad. I'm sad to see that we find ourselves in a society where people are so gullible. The self-proclaimed educated people, they are so darn gullible to the extent where they will put the lives of other people to put in danger of the predicament we find ourselves in. Guys, I'm saying thank you for your effort. I'm not taking anything away from your constant contribution, consistently coming on here and tirelessly making the case. But please avail yourselves to other places where people will hear your voice, because those who may not hear you on here will love to hear you on other platforms so that our voices can be stronger together so that we can fight the cartel. The cartel is damn strong. They are collaborating effort. They are working together again. Ben and Ure and other people, they are coming together. They are forming forces 2029 because Ben and Ure wants to protect his businesses in Liberia. Sekou, you have kids coming up. We have kids coming up. Let us not leave Liberia the way we met Liberia. Let us stay fighting so that when we leave tomorrow, like the young Wayne Silly, why I disagree with that brother. Wayne City and I did not get along on so many things, but I still remember the brother for his patriotism, his tireless effort to make sure that Liberia remains a better, or hopefully becomes a better place. We can't allow the bad people to win, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Lofa. Mr. Kana, how do you react to the callers?
Or I think you can call about one, you know.
Okay.
Honorable Kolba. Honorable Kolba, you're live on SKTV. You're calling to talk to me? Where? Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right. So it was not meant to talk to the public, but since we already on the radio now, the honorable man will say something. Yeah, so what's going on? Say where you are? Hello?
I'm in Grand Kemo County. How do you call it in English?
Oh.
I'm in Kwasi, Grand Kemo County. I'm not saying hometown.
But I thought the superintendent said you shouldn't go there anymore.
No, you never told him my face, Sekou. I told the people, any devil that come outside that behave to be Santa Claus, I will arrest and carry to town.
Any devil that comes outside, you arrest the devil?
Any devil that come outside and don't behave the devil wanting to Santa Claus, I will arrest and carry to town. And I stand by my statement.
Wow. So how was the reception there?
You're not following the Yaga TV. Oh, Yaga TV, you'll see that tell this.
Yeah, but you know, tell us now, how was the reception? How was it?
You know, the reception, when you go on Yaga TV, you know the reception. The reception is 100%. I've been receiving Great King 100%. And I'm sleeping. I'm waiting for the Santa Claus like what is going to come.
So you're going to spend the night in Grand Cape tonight?
I am sleeping here.
Wow.
I'm in Guazi. The former honorable, I'm not saying the whole time.
And what people are saying? I mean, have you actually?
I was in Teni. I was in Teni from Teni. I went to Sano. I went to Tewa. I went to other places. And I'm sleeping here. I'll be going to Port Waterside tomorrow. I will be going to January tomorrow, and I will be entering another country tomorrow.
So, any resistance from the people that say you shouldn't go in the country? Have you encountered any resistance?
Resistance, Sekou. Sekou, I thought you were coming in front of me for me. I met you here.
My man, I didn't want to talk about that young baby business in public. You met young baby there? Exactly. So you met young baby. Wow. Wow.
So Nyangwe, when we're boring,
so Nyangwe went before. Wow.
Do you want to go on video to see me in Grand
I can do that.
I saw the man earlier today when the man was interacting with the people in the.
Yeah, but do that. I mean, Grand
Yeah, but you want me to send the link, or you just want me to see just me, because the public is.
You also need to find a way.
I need to find a way to do what?
You need to follow. Yeah, okay, Mama. We'll talk tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, I've seen the people. So
okay.
So you want me to send the link so you can come.
But Sekou, call the mail messenger and turn your phone to your camera so we can see them. I think that's the easiest way.
It's on video, but it's dark.
Yeah, it's dark. That camera, yeah.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. I can see it. Yeah. I think that's just the point. Yeah, I can see it.
You see Honorable Kolwa?
Yeah, I see Kolba. Yeah, I can see him. Yeah, there you go. That's all you gotta do. Yeah.
All right, Honorable Kolwa, they're posting you, so go ahead and talk to them.
Seku,
Yeah.
let me say this again. I know how devil can come out. Any devil that don't come on the devil and come to Santa Claus, I will arrest and carry tomorrow.
How can you arrest the devil? Now, young boy, arrest the devil, or what happened? Can you hear me?
You want to see young man?
No. We don't want to see young boy on camera. Only want to show it to the people, but me, I don't want to see young boy.
Trust me, I don't think the audience want to see young boy.
Yeah, nobody want to see young boy. Forget about young boy right now.
Young boy.
Mom, you want to see young boy?
No, I don't want to see young boy. Trust me, I'm not interested in seeing young boy. I want to see when the lawmaker himself.
Actually, I if you would ask me, I do, but I don't know if I'm going to get that. I do. I don't know. If
you don't want to see young boy. Trust me.
You want to see young boy. Trust me.
You don't want to see young boy.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I like to see. I mean, I like to go above it.
Man, you want to see young boy? I don't think you want to see young boy tonight.
Not tonight. Not to probably. Yeah. I don't know why. Okay, so let us deviate a little bit from the topic on the discussion here. Why not? Why shouldn't I want to see something though like that? I think it's a cultural education for me. Now, why should I want to see that?
Young baby.
But then, you can.
No, that's why I said. That's why I said I would deviate. I want us to deviate a little bit. But if it's not, I mean, conducive for the conversation, let's deviate. Let's just ignore that. Let's ignore that. It's not important. It's not important. My desire to see Nyangbe or whatever is not important. Let's move on. Let's leave that alone.
But anyway, let me go back to respond to the request or the appeal from my brother Lufa Julius. Your appeal is well received, is well noted, and we will try to do our best to avail ourselves to other platforms where we feel welcome, where our voices, will be heard. And it's not that we don't want to go on other platforms, but Liberia, the same way we have problem with some of our local people. Most of our people here to Lofa, in the diaspora here, they don't know what to say. They will be talking one thing here, but it means something else. The very people that are destroying our country, some of them are in bed with them.
True.
They're in bed with them, and they are everything you plan, everything you discuss behind the scene. Those people will know before you even come public.
I agree.
They are working for them. You have people here in the United States that are on payroll just to distract all of us and everything we do. They are Liberians. They live in the greatest country in the world.
Seko, I'm sorry. Seko, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. Please, I beg you, give me 30 seconds. Somebody said, just beg them to come on the closing argument. This is the level of ignorance that. Before I went into the closing argument, I had my own network running, and I was always almost a regular contributor to the SKTV. Sekou and Steve can admit to that. I was running across Africa, and I was still doing Talk Liberia and all. I was still appearing on their platform, including a CDC platform where Sekou and I even got into a little back and forth. He asked me, "Why do you appear on Prince Sherry's show that time?" And I told him, I said, because we are all like, I don't know how people can think that this is simply because of a specific platform. Anyway, but Steve, I'm sorry. Sekou, go ahead. Anyway, that
Okay.
person can go with their own mindset. Anyway, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Don't be distracted by people's, reaction to your comment. No matter what happens, no matter what you say, you have somebody that will disagree with you, and there will be people that will, attach some connotation to whatever you say. So, you know, let me say this to you, Lofa, like Steve, like Monk, myself, we are available for Liberia for as long as we can. But your request or your appeal is well noted, and we'll do our best, to make sure that we continue to fight for Liberia and on behalf of the Liberian people, no matter where and when. That's my response to your request. Maybe others will have something to say. And then Abraham Corner, the show is done. We've done taking calls. But since
Yeah.
you are one of those, constant and consistent contributor, that we'll take you for just 1 minute. Abraham.
Yes, Zipu, I just wanted to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Thanks for taking the call, man. I heard, how you call it? Mr. Julius talking about his assigned card that he used, and then he was questioned for it, and then mistakenly he was questioned for it, and so on and so forth. Let me tell you this: where I work, the assigned phone, the cell phone that I use, on the monthly basis, the question, all of the calls on that phone. There was a call one time, I dialed an 800 number on that call. Mistakenly, I was trying to set up some kind of account, and mistakenly, I thought it was my regular phone. And when my monthly statement came, my office asked me what was the purpose, and I had to tell them, look, I mistakenly dialed this number because I was calling something else. So, look, for you're not talking about money, but I'm just telling you about my phone that I use.
Okay.
My cell phone. So that's
Thank you, brother.
So that people should understand some of these things,
Thank you, Abraham. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, all these things, they are not actually about phone or money. It's our system. They're telling you
Yes.
how transparent, how organized the system is here. And the unfortunate thing about that, Lofa and Abraham, we have people that have served, that have lived, and participated in the same system that we are talking about now. But when you go to Liberia, it's a different ballgame.
Hey.
Go to Liberia, they'll behave as if they don't know what law is all about. They will behave as if to say there's no system. And all these systems we're talking about right now, it's easy to be placed in Liberia. Simple. It's very easy. But who can abide by it? You as a leader, you set example. But those who are in leadership are the ones that don't care about the system. So I allow Mong and Steve to react to your request.
We want to get some update from our Cash App and Zelle, so know what's up, because our people, I don't know.
Far people, man. Far people.
Right. No, we didn't. So it means we didn't make it for this week. That's not so cool for our people, but
it's okay.
That's why it is. Sekou, one thing we have the Constitution. That's why for me, I believe in a constitutional republic. I don't believe in democracy. We'll be watching our lawmakers for the coming days, and I think it was Steve that made that case when it comes to this thing about accountability, because the executive branch knows exactly what they are doing. Apart from the people they are dealing with, they know, even the folks that are in public sector, they're like lawmakers and other people in the government. They know once money hit the ground. That's why I told you from the beginning, they allocated anywhere between $40 to $60 million. They already got a purse. They already got an envelope set up to make sure that this thing go through. And I told you the easiest way you can steal on the industrial skills in Liberia is through infrastructural project roads, because that way you get the most kickback. So everything is calculated. That's why they're telling you these machine, the price is anywhere between $40 to $60 million. They are ready to rip the Liberian people off for $60 million, and they would dash any amount to lawmakers that will stand in the way. So when I see posts from Amara Kone, I see posts from Chairman Belete, he said the war he said brazen attack on the Constitution, because Joseph Boaga and his crew deliberately knowing who they are dealing with. The question is, one thing you will not even say be optimistic about our lawmaker. You will ask yourself, we're already hearing the Melvin Code. How many of you guys are 103 in total between person. If I can get a pushback from at least 10 lawmakers, why make you think I would believe that you guys will put a stop to this? That will not happen. So it will just be like a block. Maybe Chairman Belete will be one of those. Maybe or Amara, because he been writing a lot about how we are at a constitutional crisis. Maybe you can call back. But the question is, how many lawmakers are there to put a checkpoint to this nonsense? Let's forget about people who can say, okay, the people are vulnerable. They don't know.
Monk, let me interrupt you for a second. Honorable
Yes.
call him back. I don't know, maybe you want to say something before we go. Honorable Kalba, you live. You want to say something before we go? Hello? Huh?
I'm closer to the Freetown border.
Freetown border in Cape Mount? So you close to border, sir?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a town in Grand Came on the Park City.
Uh-huh.
Where I am.
All right. So we are about to close the show for today. So are we set for your appearance on this coming Monday?
Yes, I will be on your show Monday. We just need to encourage our people to go to Yega TV and watch the activities. My entrance into Grand Came County.
We'll do that. We'll share it.
Yeah, you need to do that so you can see how I enter Grand Came County from Tierney all the way in.
All right, no problem. No problem. We'll do that. We'll share it tomorrow on the show. You did.
And you might have said that I will not enter Oklahoma. And I will enter Oklahoma.
Oh, you might say you can't enter Oklahoma?
Oh, no, forget what I did.
Segu tell you my job at coming to get you out of that place.
No, don't put my picking in trouble, man. Yeah, so Honorable Kalba. Huh?
What is that?
He said my job at coming for you. I said you shouldn't put my picking in problem.
My job at well, if they came out and telling people that there's so many things, you know, watching
I think they're watching it, but you know what, Honorable Kalba. So now, where are you going tomorrow from where you are right now?
Tomorrow I'm going to Bowosa. I'm going to make 3 different stops tomorrow in Renton County before I enter another country. The country I'm entering tomorrow. And I'm going to the country in the night.
Wow. All right, Honorable Kalba. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Anything last you want to say before we take leave of you?
Tell my supporters and followers to go to Yega TV so they can see me in Great Kimon County.
No problem. We'll do that. So you arrest the devil and take the devil to Morovia. I don't know how you're going to transport the devil. In a car?
No, I'm not saying the devil.
Oh, okay. Santa Claus.
People like the cars and they get Santa Claus. Before the devil come in the town, the devil will send the messenger you have to tell the people the devil coming outside. They didn't come there, go inside. But if they don't believe that, go and come and bring in Santa Claus, be clear. I will bring it to Morovia and play music for him.
Wow. All right, Honorable Kalba. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. For sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So, yeah, call us tomorrow when you enter the other countries.
But as the man, when the man appear on SKTV Monday or when?
Let's say Monday.
All right.
The message coming on Monday. No, the man said he coming on Monday. He coming with a lot of information.
Wow.
Man, you see the man say you should put young boy on the camera.
Mr. Connor, let me react quickly to what Lofa said.
Yeah.
You know,
That was I think Mo was completing his
Yeah,
thought.
Steve can go ahead and say come back after me. I was already in the middle when Yeke called. So
Yeah,
you can go ahead.
when you get him. So I just wanted you to conclude then
yeah, Mo, you go ahead and conclude, bro.
you can close it.
No, you see, the thing is, when I listened to the point Lofa made, and it couldn't be any further from the truth. But for me, it's more of a historical issue and more of a pattern as opposed to being on different platforms. The one thing SKTV got at our house disposal is the fact that we are in almost every county. So like you got you got a Spoon Talk, you got different platforms and network. Like I used to be on the Lofa show before when he had across Africa. So for me, I don't think it's mostly about being on a cross-section or platform. It's just about the message and the people willingness to accept these messages. Because at the end of the day, my brother, the whole thing about celebration is historical. From 1980, whether you came a man, you came a pa, whether you were native woman born soldier, whether it was a sanction or no sanction, whether it was he know book or he don't know book, it's the same trend we have been seeing for the past 4 decades and counting. So my thing here is, I don't know whether it's an educational issue or it's a decision issue, because I keep telling people we have had 5 elections now from 1997 to 2023. I don't think it's about messaging, it's all about the people willingness to accept what is right. And I think people can make more of an economic argument as opposed to educational argument. That when people are destitute, when people are when you create a situation where people are in extreme poverty, like what we got from the World Bank, that last report on the real government, that 3.5 million people. No, it's no longer abject poverty, but absolute poverty. That was a key word they used in their funding. That it worse off now. How do you turn the corner to get good governance? And that's why I keep telling you, my focus now will be shifted to the lawmakers, because I already accepted the fact that people don't know better. Just assuming that. But what about the people that claim to know better, like the opposition bloc? Now we have more sedition now in the lower house. But these were the same people that thought that you can take money from the devil, that they wanted to do something they call resource swap, that we should look at our treasurers' resources and give it to the Chinese to just come and exploit without restriction. Why make you think I would believe that they can stand up to the Joseph Boyka administration because they are about to take 40 or 60 million dollars off? Look, one thing the Irish president don't understand, like, bro, about debt. Debt is a kind of a slavery in modern time. That's why I keep telling people, since the IMF and World Bank were created after World War II, there was never a single country in Africa, on the continent, that ever benefited. Let me give you one example. How to call it, Sekou and Steve. You know, when we had talk power, they were behind when it comes to generating revenue, right? You know what Samuel Twain we hadn't did? They came and tapped into Liberian reserve from the Central Bank of New York. They tapped into the reserve to make sure that they were able to keep out the payroll, because the revenue was not coming as they expected. They thought money, when Madam Sally said, oh, we got 500 million, they thought 500 million was just something that money sitting in the continent that they would just come and use. They didn't know that they had to go and generate the money. So when they first shut on revenue, they tapped into the country's reserve. The IMF came out with a program they called the Extended Credit Facility, where they found Liberia for using her own reserve. And you know the interest payment upon that money? They gave 155 million, and Liberia was expected to pay 213 million in something they call standard drawing right. We were paying 86 cents per interest on every dollar. It cost the average taxpayer $58 million in 1 year. I'm talking about the money, but just the interest payment. When you go to the draft budget that just passed, right? Do you know the money will be paying just in this fiscal year on debt and interest payment? You know how much it is, Steve? 129 million. 20% of the overall budget just going to interest payment on Liberia debt alone. And then the total amount of money that was invested in the private sector investment program. We're talking about roads, we're talking about schools, we're talking about hospitals and everything. Guess what? 57 million. So it means that bro will be paying 3 times more in interest payment than what she will pay on her own people to improve their life. And people don't understand the implication of this thing. You just jump on the screen. And the same way doing election. People just dance for no reason. What they're dancing for, only God won't know. It's the very same thing. Now we're talking about tractors and yellow machine. But nobody asked me the question. So, my man, I will stop there for now. But
so I'll be very brief. what I want to say, the first thing I want to say thanks to the caller, thanks to Lofa for joining us on the show today. As always, tomorrow we will be back by the grace of God. We'll now start discussing national issues. I agree with Sekou that we should not get distracted. I believe these things are meant, some of these people come on to distract, but the truth of the matter is they like the fact that we discuss the issue on here. They like it because if you don't like something, you will leave. The fact that they can't leave, they're addicted to the show. When we don't come on, some of them don't feel good. Some of them are even excited that when we come on. Some of them are even excited that when we come on, we expose some of these things that are going on. They themselves, the government that they support, the people that they support, they don't know about what's going on. So when we come on, we throw light to some of these things. And the following day or weeks, they see it in the newspaper or they hear about it in the other talking and on other shows, you know. They be like, oh, but they got and said it, but they never come in and give her credit. But that's fine. It's not about the credit or not. So Lofa, you know, for me, I'm open to go on other shows. I just think, and let me talk about it before. I think if someone wants me to come on a show, you invite me, I will show face. Well, one of the things I would not do personally, I would not go on a show where there is 20 other people. Because before you get to me, I've been losing my train of thought.
We'll be in there talking.
I mean, no disrespect. Before you get to me, if there's 20 other people on the show already, before you get to me, I lose my train of thought. What am I going to say? Or the thing I want to say, somebody else saying it. So what the purpose of me being there? Again, I'm not bashing any group of people who got lots of people on there, but I'd rather be on a space where I'll be. And secondly, whether it's the spoon talk or whatever it is, I've been on all these different shows. Me personally, I've been there. I'm open to go on shows. But one thing I will not do, I don't compromise my interest for certain shows. Let's say, for example, a spoon. I can't go on spoon while something. There is no way I can go sit down on spoon
right?
while something is there. It don't make any sense. I can't be criticizing something. What are you going to say? Who go to accountability? Me who? Somebody who confessed that they're criminal? Who can go to prison? It don't make any sense. So certain things I don't do. So because of that, you know, and the last part about it is, you know, me, I go to a place where I'm respected. I don't go to a place where I'm tolerated. Yeah. You know, I went on one show and the hosts were there and one other Julius panelists from CDC came there and attacked me. And I want to, you know, and then I don't know if they set it up behind closed door. And the host of the show, you want to respond, oh, you got to be like that, you got to be like that. So I told the host, I checked the host myself. Here, a group of people, I checked all of them. I had to tell them that I don't play like that. Be cool, but at the same time, you don't cross lines with me. I don't care what show you're going to be on. You don't get comfortable with me because I will check you there. Whether it's true or not, I will tell you what's up. Oh, yeah, that's who I am. I don't play games. So I'm open to go on shows. I've been on the closing argument once. I look forward to going back there, you know, to interact there with the brothers and friends there. A lot of good people there, people that we're friends with. I think all of us are doing something very well. I do think so. But I also do believe that, you know, we should get involved, like Sekou said, and we shouldn't get discouraged. And for me, I'm not discouraged. No, I'm not. Even on SKTV, there are people who, friends, who will openly call out on the show. Because some of them think that this is a joking thing, some of them think that way you think I leave my business schedule for 2 hours for you to kind of make fun. You think I really did? You think I really go to clown?
3 hours on average.
See, Steve, that's my point right there. Steve, that's exactly my point, right? When I make the statement that we should avail ourselves to various platforms, I'm not simply saying appear on closing argument or across Africa talk Liberia. You're always on across Africa, Steve. You're on the platform, on the network every time. It's not that. There you go. There you go. What I'm saying is
lately the way you've been treating the show, I won't say my share on.
That's your problem. You see, well, what I'm saying is when we have the opportunity to educate our people with information that we have in our cover, we should not, walk away from that opportunity because, again, the good people are less than the bad people in Liberia. I'm not saying literally bad people, but the level of gullibility of the society is where we find ourselves. When you start to go through fights, checking data, we're at the bottom, bro. So that's all I'm saying. It's not about people really appearing on a specific program. Okay, the closing argument is a program. It's a program. That's not what we're talking about. Avail yourself on any platform that asks you to go out there and educate them. I'm pretty sure Sekou is often approached to appear on various platforms to educate Liberian because he's knowledgeable of the issue in the country. That's all my point is about. Make yourself available, go out there and educate the people, or else the bad people will continue to increase. You see on this platform right now, as you're reading comments, there are people who, regardless of all the good things you guys have said, only few things they are picking up.
Oh yeah, for
Okay,
sure. Stand by.
right? They're very selective in the statements that you make. Very selective. All the good things you said, they will never acknowledge it, but they're selective in what they want to highlight. Oh, you said this, you said that. Lo-fi begging people to come on the closing argument. Even though I left it, I said, make yourself available for all platforms, but they're selecting their own idea or understanding. Lo-fi begging people to appear on the closing argument. Why then I say, please appear on Talk Liberia on the Cross Africa Network. Why didn't I do that? Why didn't I say, oh, please come with me on the Lo-Fi Julius? You know, it's crazy, bro. But at the end of the day, we can't pay attention to these people. We have a bigger picture. The bigger picture ahead of us is a better Liberia. Because I know in Sekou's mind, in Monks or Moses, you want to leave behind legacy. And the legacy you want to leave behind is a better Liberia based on your consistent effort and fight for transformation. And that's why I just say, you know, just avail yourself to these various platforms and educate our people, because some of the people who come on here will feel comfortable listening to you on those platforms as compared to just listening to the regular panelists or hosts of those platforms. And then you can help educate other people in the process. That's just my idea. It's not like I'm saying, okay, come on these things, but it will help all of us in the process, because the bad people, again, they're literally multiplying. Why in Darajala math, he says we should multiply instead of having to divide. They're multiplying. But I'll leave it at that, guys. Thanks for having me on tonight. Today it was a great show, though.
Lo-Fi, you have a big mess. The multiplication and division and subtraction. So I don't even know which one is working in Dylan's mind. But Dylan say everybody.
No, but Sekou, he confused us.
Everybody else is uneducated.
No, but Sekou, they probably confused us. He said, okay, the money. He said we should multiply 17 by 365. So I was thinking, let me call Mom, or let me.
Mona no Mom.
I said, hold up. Let me call Mom. Now, and then I put my phone down and say, no, I'm not going to deal with Mom. I'm going to call somebody else. Let me see who I can call. I'm going to call Mr. Gonglo. All right. Or I'm going to call my brother CZ. Okay. Let the people do the math here, because are you trying to prove that the amount for gasoline is less? Because if you're multiplying, isn't that an indication that it is? I mean, that's an addition. You're multiplying, right? So I was trying to say to myself, like, did he really mean what he said? But then he said it 3 other times. I said, now this dude really mean what he's saying, but he just don't know what he's saying. So I had to really cut that and put it out there. It's just like the people we support, man. I'm again, Liberian. I'm sorry I supported DeLon, man. I'm so hurt, but anyway, I made a mistake. I acknowledge my mistake. Hopefully I can do something to fix it. And that's why I'm here fighting every day to fix it. Hopefully DeLon will be gone next 2029.
No, DeLon is not going to run in Monrovia. I don't think so. But again, just to close, Lo-Fi, like I said earlier, we are available. Anytime we get invite, or once we are contacted, we will make time to be there to have a conversation. It's never hurt to do good. It's never bad to do good, and there's no particular time to do good. You have to do it all the time.
You have to
Once we have the opportunity, we will definitely, avail ourselves and we can have a conversation.
Yep.
So just to agree to something Mon point to, when Joria then took over, they didn't know how the whole government thing worked.
They were very confused.
When they said the early budget was 500 million,
Yeah,
we thought the money just there.
sitting down.
It's just the cheap Joe Biden government, but they're doing the same thing right now. All the money, all the revenue that is coming in, into the government,
Yeah, they're keeping it for themselves.
they're keeping it for themselves. They forgetting to know that that's the money that people projected
Close.
a budget. When they say budget, the money that they don't get, not say they got all the money they're packing in the suitcase. They're projecting the income. Yeah, the money they're supposed to receive.
Yeah.
That's why it was tough on them. Not only that, they started taking money from the donors country,
Yeah,
money
reserve account. Yeah, they tap into the country reserve.
Then the information minister then Len Eugene and go say, we do this all the time. It's called dig hole to cover hole. But then when that money finished, they put and say, you know what, you guys doing too much. They came to the United States, the Federal Reserve. When they came there, it was $158 million.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, we had less than $8 million left.
Yep.
So when you hire people who are inept, people who are incompetent, they don't understand how government works, that's what they do. By the time they realized that it was too late.
It was late.
So they could not recover. That's how they were engaged in all this money laundering and other stuff. In fact, they went to even get in bed with drug dealers in order to make money and get some of those money back. But it couldn't help them because it was too late for them.
Lova, that particular situation we're talking about, look at how bad it is. You put your own money in a reserve from the surplus you generated through revenue, right? And you come and use your own money and someone charge you 58 million in interest payment on your own money, not their money, but your own money because of a rule that exists or financial rule put in place by the World Bank. Isn't that stealing?
Yeah, but it's like when you have like how you call it here when you're working somewhere and you have your money for your retirement, you put your money there every day. They will say some people will match it. All the money you put there at the end of the day, maybe you rush to say, "Come and take their money here." And you know what they do? They will call plenty of it from it.
One tear.
So they will divide it to 3. They will take 1.
Penalties.
Give you the rest 2. So your own money you suffer for.
Yeah.
But because you didn't take it the right way, you rush to take it. They say, okay, say you're rushing to take it. We're not going to hit it. We're not going to like to take everything. So we don't want to keep it for you. We'll take one job.
And Lova, you know what Sedition was saying? They were pregnant time to it. But who is strong? And they said, World Bank can get job we are going because job ain't get contact about all on Facebook. Can you imagine that? Paku is strong.
Yeah, Paku is strong.
The World Bank get job 150 million. I'm like, yeah, this country will in the deep blue.
We gotta leave it there for today.
But that's the problem we have because a lot of the people that you are talking to, and now you agree with me why we need to expand our horizon, right? Get out there and hopefully help people to understand. Because if you're able to come from a numerical, standpoint, the data, and educate people on, okay, look, you're looking at it from this, just the overall view of things, the surface view, but this is what it all result to. If you're able to explain these things to people, whether it is on OKFM or or Freedom TV, and let people know, look, these people want me to come on their platform to discuss this issue because, hey, I have the background, the finance background. I can better explain these things, but they want me to pay $50, $100, $200. I need people to contribute for me to appear there because I'm using my knowledge. Is volunteer. That's what I'm talking about. You go on there and educate Liberians because 1 or 2 Liberians who listen to you, Monk, they will learn from you. Still could appear on various platforms, even if he's being charged. He go out there and say, look, guys, I understand how the Liberian politics work. All right. Liberian politics is overly corrupt. And I've had the opportunity to work with some of these people, or at least study them. So I know, let me expose some of their behaviors. Liberians will learn. But if we just keep in our corner, we will continue to be victimized because I'm telling you the truth today. The cartel are regrouping. You will say, Lofa said this on SKTV. 2029, you will be surprised to hear that Benani Ure voice is still even at the peak of Liberia politics. The man already started working. The man and his son already started working. Ure and Costa is working already. Why should we always be victim? Ure already started reaching out to these people. The man is a businessman. He's reaching out to government officials, and people say, oh, you don't understand Liberian politics. That's not how it works. No, that is not the damn truth. They're lying. These people want to protect their businesses, their properties, their kids. That's my point here. And if you, Monk, Sekou, Steve, and I don't stand up, we have no chance. After us, we're done. Sell the damn country to Benani Ure and Talia Ure so Henry Costa can be the next president, if that's what the case is. Because right now, as I see things, these people are gallivanting forces. They are reaching out. Information reached me. Lofa said information that reached me. The people are coming together. Way before the 2029 election, they are having meetings every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, with information going to Benani Ure. There's a reason why they're doing that. And that's why I said I will not shut my mouth. I will appear on any platform, whether CDC, ANC, UP, anywhere I have the opportunity, I will go there. I will be the spoiler if I can be.
That's Lofa Julius. My man, thank you so much.
My man, leave out people with that video about Yeke and Grant came out today with women there. I sent it to the chat room. So maybe you can put on the screen before we depart.
I want to leave now.
Oh, okay, but then we can do it tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, let's do it tomorrow. Unless you want me to play it, but
I mean, we forget before you can log on the computer. Maybe that's what tomorrow.
Okay, no, we can do that. We can do that. Let me see. You send it to my.
No, I pull in the regular SKTV in the chat group.
Our regular SKTV chat room.
Yeah, our chat group. Just check it.
Okay, you talking about our
Zokogo room, yeah.
We just regular. That's not regular.
No, I don't want to because Melbourne and talking about that chat room.
No, Melbourne not there. Melbourne can be there. That one is so bush.
Okay, the SKTV is so bush.
Yeah, the other chat room there, that one is so bush because the thing I can go there and everybody can see it. So yeah, I think it's here. Let me see. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, crisscrossing the entire Cape, I mean, from Gaula district to Tiwa, I mean, from village to village.
You get call on small man.
Yeah.
You get that baby.
Yeah.
Labrador people.
I know. I woke up the morning, I was watching them. I tell you what, you one of those. The negative sentiment against Beer Mountain in that county is so bad. The people are so pissed, and nobody is pushing for them. So Yeke is seen as a hero over there now. Like they think
So, before we leave, to look at the country that overwhelmingly voted for Joseph Boakai,
Yep.
and now Superintendent appointed by Joseph Boakai to have received and celebrated Yeke in the manner they are doing, it speaks volume.
Yep.
Like one of the lady called and said that she used to be part of the rescue team, and then she's no longer supporting them. You don't know how many people are like that.
Oh yeah.
Like I said earlier, there are a lot of people who are going to turn their back to this government, from this government. And at the end of the day, if the Zimbabwe guy doesn't be careful, if he's not careful, he's going to be unpopular sooner than we did. And not only him, the entire government and the Unity Party.
For sure. That's a fact.
The Unity Party could start seeing themselves going down, and then there will be a lot of resignation. And Liberia is a country where when people start to go against you, it can be like a virus. Anything you hear in Monrovia, before you go, you hear in Sanekole.
Yep.
You hear in Zredu. You hear in Cape Man. You hear in all the major cities and counties. Before you look, Jaha Jawia became unpopular.
Yep.
But those other people, they don't understand. People that actually call you out, point to your flaws,
yep,
are the ones helping you to fix things and for you to do better. But if you see us as your enemies and insulting us, disrespecting us, sending people to threaten us, do you know I received a lot of threats yesterday? I'll tell you guys that they were threatening Melbourne and other people. I received a lot. Some of them even threatened voodoo on me. That I insulted their mother, I insulted their father, whatever. They threatened me. And they know threat can't do anything to me. Threat. It's not what. If threat could kill people by now, I would not even be on this platform. So you carry your threat, you carry on your threat. It means nothing to me. It means nothing, absolutely nothing to me. Only God can kill me. And in fact, it's not that serious. Threatening people's life. Simply because you are stealing and you don't want anybody to talk about it, sending holons to go and attack people. You're not going to actually be, deterred. We continue to speak for our country on behalf of our people until our breath change. And we're not just going to sit back this time around. We'll get involved. Like I told you the last time, conversations are going on. Diaspora Liberian will be fully engaged in Liberian politics until we see Liberia change. Monk, that's it for me for tonight.
Oh yeah, that's it, man. I think we covered ground today. Even though we didn't hit our target, our people were disappointed for this week, but we will take that.
It's okay.
Hopefully,
it's okay. Next time,
yeah. Hopefully next week they can double all their effort. Now we got to go above our limit to make up for to make up. No, I mean our people if they believe that they're in a fight with us, if we're going to make all these sacrifices, they got to show. They got to keep encouraging us. Like scratch your back and scratch your back. I mean, we do 3 hours a day on average. Talk about 7 days a week. It can be strenuous. sometimes I be thinking about a guy like Melbourne, like how Melbourne can do it every day, looking at transportation. He
Yeah.
got a baby to come to studio almost every day. It's nothing easy. So for some of us, we get free time here because of circumstances, so we can chime in. But those guys are going beyond the call of duty to show up every day. So, but we'll see. God willing, this week.
Okay, thank you so much.
Take care, bro.
All right. Now, people, yeah, thank you. That for today. We will see you tomorrow. Chairman Musa Belete will be here on Sunday. I don't know who's going to be here tomorrow. Maybe Steve will tell you. And Yaka Kolba will be here on Monday. So we want to have a busy week. Thank you all, and we appreciate your support, your time, energy, and everything. Financial support, we appreciate it. We'll not be here without you. Thank you so much. We love you all.